Basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Good afternoon and welcome to Clopton High School inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Getting ready for an EMO rivalry matchup tonight. 2 games on the docket as the Clopton Hawks and Lady Hawks welcome in the Bowling Green Bobcats and Lady Cats. Mark Ronick, Jim Ross here inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium, and it should be fun here. It always is when Bowling Green and Clopton get together.
Yeah, it should be. Of course, the Bowling Green girls have quite a task on their hands with the rankings should have come out today. I haven't seen them yet.
3, I think.
Still 3. They were 3 last or 2 weeks ago. So Clopton ranked 3. They've only got 3 losses against 3 highly regarded teams and state-ranked teams, 2 in Illinois and 1 in Missouri. So the task will be pretty large for the Lady Cats. The boys' game, we might have something to listen to there.
Yeah, and Tony Francis, he's surprised us with a really odd lineup up at the Superfan Shootout in Quincy because of injury and illness. It looks like they're starting to get a little healthier, and even a guy who we thought was lost for the season, and Tucker Salmons, will be back in the starting lineup tonight.
Right.
He had a cast above his elbow up at Quincy, and to have him back and available for right before the district tournament's pretty huge.
Yeah, it's a big thing, and we'll talk about district. Clopton hosts the district here for both boys and girls in Class 2, while Bowling Green boys travel to Duchesne and the girls travel to Centralia. And don't even get me going on why.
Yeah, right. They've been split up the last couple of years.
Well, they were split classes a couple of years, weren't they?
Yeah.
But this year they're still in the same class, and for some odd reason, the state in their infinite wisdom sending the girls to Centralia instead of to Duchesne where the boys play.
In addition to our 2 games here, we'll be joined by Stacey Martin from Bluffs as Pleasant Hill Western plays in the second round of their sectional against Brown County tonight. Brown County, the heavy favorite in that one. We'll have Stacey along for game breaks. His game tips off at 6 o'clock tonight. We're about 12 and a half minutes away from tip-off here. We'll take a break, start the pregame show officially after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
Welcome back to Clopton High School, getting ready for the first of 2 from this gym as the Clopton Lady Hawks welcome in the Bowling Green Lady Cats. And Jim, you mentioned the 3 losses for Clopton against quality teams. I wish they would have had a couple more of those in there because in those games they kind of got away from them a little bit.
They did, and it reminds us a lot of Bowling Green football. The in-conference games just aren't the
preparing,
the stiff competition that you need to prepare for what you're going to run into the state. And for the girls on the basketball side, girls side in particular, it's Clopton and everybody else.
Yeah.
And so, they need to be tested. And they met Clopton in the first round of the Bowling Green Invitational and won 74-23. They're healthy. They're going to want to go as fast as they can go and get ready for districts. Like we mentioned, it'll be here in 2 weeks. In fact, starts 2 weeks from tomorrow on the girls' side, if I'm not mistaken. And so they're going to want to be fine-tuning things as they head towards the districts, and they will be the odds-on favorite in the district as well. They are the number 1 seed.
Yeah, in fact, both Clopton teams grab that opening round bye. So you get to host and you get the opening round bye. On the girls' side, Clopton will take on the winner of the 4-5 between New Haven and Veritas Christian Academy, who's ironically at Louisiana tonight. Paris will face Silex. That's the 2-7 matchup. And then Louisiana and Van Far is the 3-6. So interesting that on the girls' side that Van Far drew higher than Silex, because there's been spurts that Silex has looked pretty decent this year, but they've just been inconsistent.
The Paris-Louisiana game, that'll be interesting. Louisiana gave Clopton all they wanted, but about a week ago, I think it ended up 9 or maybe 11, but it was close in the fourth quarter. And Paris has got a pretty good team, too. Their record's a little bit deceiving because they play in an area that doesn't have a ton of really good girls basketball, but the Cloptons will be the Clopton girls will be the odds-on favorites to win that district. On the boys' side, trouble lurks with Van Far for Clopton, and they beat them in the Bowling Green Invitational, and they beat them here last week actually here at Clopton in the regular season. So beating a team 3 times is not often that easy. So that matchup looms for the Hawks.
Now, weren't you just talking off air that Palmyra has 5 losses and 3 of them are to Monroe City?
Yeah.
So it happens.
It does happen. It does happen. And knowing the rivalry between Palmyra and Monroe City, I'm sure that's not sitting very good with the Palmyra folks.
And a little bit later on, I think, speaking of Palmyra, Bowling Green boys might come into this ball game with a bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, they laid an egg. I mean, let's just call it what it is. They had a big emotional game Friday night with senior night and all the hoopla that goes on with that, and then had to come right back and play Saturday afternoon against a team that they'd fallen out of the rankings, but they'd been state ranked pretty much all year in the Palmyra Panthers. And, they got it laid to them, and they slept, based on what I listened to, what you told me, they basically slept all through that game. And you do that against a quality team, you end up on the losing end of it.
Yeah, they had spurts where they would, draw it back from 12 down to 4 down, and then they'd take the next minute off, and all of a sudden they're down 12-15 again.
Right.
So it was not the day for Coach Andrew Martinson and his Bobcats that I think they were expecting against Palmyra on Saturday.
But again, we talked about this at the Montgomery County game. Bowling Green had won like 6 or 7 in a row and feeling their oats. Well, Bowling Green kind of got on another little win streak with the win in the Bowling Green tournament and a couple games after that. And it's a loss, but, it might have been a good thing.
That's what we said in the post game. Hopefully it's the wake-up call they needed heading into the postseason. But that postseason, they're the 2 seed. But Principia is pretty darn good in that 1 seed, and everyone's looking at them as the big matchup against Montgomery County in Class 3.
Right, and that'll be both teams take care of their business. That'll be in the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, again, the state has it set, so probably they are the top 2 ranked teams right now. Principia 1, Montgomery 2. They're going to meet in the quarters instead of in the Final Four.
Absolutely. So our first game tonight, Clopton and Bowling Green girls. We'll take a break, come back with keys to the game after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports keys to the game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with a New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
I think the real key to this game, Jim, is Bowling Green has to get it across the center stripe. If Clopton is just scoring fast breaks off that press, this thing's going to get over 30 real quick.
Yeah, I thought of 3 words when we were in the commercial break. Turnovers, turnovers, and turnovers. That's what's got to be avoided by Bowling Green, because if they turn it over a lot, yeah, you're right, this game will get out of hand in a hurry.
Yeah, if they force Clopton into their sets, Bowling Green is a pretty decent defensive team.
They are.
But Clopton is definitely a 30-point favorite.
And Bowling Green's just had trouble scoring all year. They're averaging 29 points a game, while Clopton's averaging 64. So a lot of things are going to have to go right for Bowling Green tonight in order for them to stay in this ball game.
Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineups coming up next on the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starters, first for the Bowling Green Lady Cats, 6-15 on the season, coached by Mackenzie Epperson. They'll start a junior at 5'4", number 3, Layla Berry. A freshman at 5'7", number 12, Avery Schumacher gets a start. A senior at 5'4", number 23, Diana Bibb. A senior at 5 foot, number 32, Olivia Dawson. And a senior at 6 foot, number 34, Sydney Charlton. For the Clopton Lady Hawks, they're 19-3, coached by Devin Street. They'll start their normal 5, a senior at 5'5", number 13, Skylar Parker. Number 15, a 5'5" sophomore, Charlie Spoonster. A 5'9" sophomore, number 22, Ashlyn Noah gets a start. Number 25, a 5'9" senior, Riley Kuntz. And number 33, a 5'7" junior, Tinley Spoonster rounds out the starting 5. Those are your starters for this one. 8 minutes on the clock. We'll take a break, come back with the opening tip after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
National anthem here at Clopton High School. Mark Fronek, Jim Ross getting ready for the introductions on the floor. Again, the starters for Bowling Green: Barry, Schumacher, Diana Bibb, Dawson, and Charlton. So a little bit different look from the Bowling Green Lady Cats to start this ball game.
Well, you mix it up. You know, they still have districts to look forward to as well, and it's a new season. So if they can get some positive things going, they play again on Friday night, I believe, or maybe it's Thursday night at North Callaway. So that'll give them another chance, and that's actually kind of a winnable game for them at North Callaway before they go into districts.
And it was nice to see on Friday they were able to avenge their Montgomery County tournament loss to the Wellsville Tigers. Bowling Green was. They had, it was a very similar game actually to that game in the second week of the season. But Bowling Green was able to rebound from that Wellsville surge in the second half this time and not succumb.
Yeah, I mean they're coming in here off of a win, and that's a positive thing. And if you can just do some positive things in this game and make it competitive, and then go into North Callaway and maybe get a win over there. That's a tough place to play, North Callaway is.
Absolutely.
And then they'll go into districts at Centralia. That had not been seeded as of this morning, actually.
I have not seen anything pop across my radar yet. It'll be Sydney Charlton jumping center for Bowling Green against Ashlyn Noah.
Clopton coming off a win as well as they beat Wright City last week 89-38. They are 19-3 on the season.
Ball up and tipped around and taken by Clopton. And they go right off the glass and an easy two for Riley Kuntz to start the ball game.
And here comes the full court pressure.
Charlton in the backcourt. Dawson, good spin move, gets across the line. Ball loose momentarily. Bibb has her pass tipped and taken by Noah. She goes off the glass, no good. Put back Spoonster, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Bowling Green, but then stolen back by Spoonster. To the hoop. Could have been a foul there. Sydney Charlton grabs the loose ball. Here comes Bowling Green.
Bowling Green's just got to try and slow things down in their minds, and they'll be fine.
Dawson backs up like the Bowling Green road uniforms, black with red piping down the sides, red numbers and lettering.
A little white outline so you can see the numbers too.
Exactly. Huh? Dawson gets it to Charlton at the free throw line. Pass behind Barry, out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Clopton.
So we talked about turnovers, and already 3 for Bowling Green.
Across the line with it is Charlie Spoonster. Charlie to the near side for Tinley. Back up top for Parker. To the free throw line through Noah to Spoonster. That three is good. Splash it home for Tinley Spoonster. And it's 5-0 Clopton. 6:38 to go in the first. Bibb caught in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Schumacher. Avery gave up her dribble. Gives it back to Diana. Over to the far side and across the line. Dawson with it. Back to Sydney Charlton, goes through her legs again, and still rolling around. Dawson picks it up. She's blocked on the baseline, and here comes Clopton. Ahead to Parker, one-on-one. To the hoop, no. Good job by Diana Bibb cutting off that easy layup.
Yeah, Clopton's missed a couple from point-blank range so far.
Here's Charlton outside the perimeter to Schumacher on the near point. Back up top for Dawson. Olivia gives it to Sydney Charlton. Ball fake, Barry to the basket, and she can't get that one to go. And Charlie picks up the rebound for the Hawks. Gets it ahead, off the glass. Noah is good. Ashlyn Noah, her first points of the night.
Run the trailer right down the middle and catch it and shoot a layup.
Charlton deep in the corner, and we're going to have a blocking foul against Skylar Parker.
That'll be her first and the team's first. Officials tonight, Jim Brink, Mike Hansen, and Jason Kaiser.
.5:31 to go in the first. Dawson across the line now to Barry through Charlton. She tried to get a pass down low. It eventually gets to Schumacher, who puts it off the glass, and Bowling Green's on the board.
Got a fortunate bounce there and converted it.
Knocked away. It'll stay with Clopton. 7-2, 5:12 on the clock. Parker to inbound. Goes to Tinley in the corner. Drops to Ashlyn Noah. Turns and is fouled by Sydney Charlton.
Charlton and Noah will be a nice matchup inside, both similar size, and we've seen Sydney play pretty well defensively in some games. But she picks up her first foul on that possession.
And the first shot is good. Bounced around for a moment, found its way home. And it's a 6-point lead for the Clopton Lady Hawks. Second shot good as well. The lead is 7. 5:07 to go. Here's Barry on the press break across the lane. Schumacher off the glass too hard. And the rebound pulled down by Riley Kuntz. Over to the far side. Parker in transition. The three misses everything. Charlton grabs the loose ball, gets a bump, bumps back in a quadruple team, gets it to Bibb. Bibb spins away, gets it back to Sydney, and she'll take it across the line. To Dawson out high. Parker all over her. Takes it to the free throw line, then lost control, picked up by Parker. Here comes Skylar up the floor. And we're going to have a foul against Avery Schumacher, the freshman.
Her first, team's second.
4:26 to play in the quarter. Noah off the inbound is too hard off the glass, and the rebound was grabbed by Schumacher. Across the line with it is Charlton. Her pass tipped and taken by Tinley Spoonster. She's ahead of the pack and blocked out of bounds from behind by Charlton. It'll stay with Clopton.
Good defensive recovery that time by Sid Charlton. Turnover number 5, however, for the Cats.
On the inbound, Tinley got it back. Almost stepped on the end line. Back to Parker out high. Clopton slowing down. No, they're going to take the three. It's short. And the rebound grabbed by Layla Berry. I like how Bowling Green has switched it up and have Charlton bringing the ball up the floor.
Yeah.
I think that's their best shot.
Yep, gives them a little size to throw over the top if they need to.
Stripped away, but a foul going to be called as Dawson started to drive.
That's on Parker. That's her second. Lauren Blackwell up off the bench will check in for Clopton, as will Carly Dean after this first free throw for the Lady Cats. Dawson at the line to shoot 2.
The act of shooting has become a pretty big gray area.
Yeah, don't. Okay, go ahead and get me started. Yeah, the act of shooting is if the motion is actually started, from your knees, your hips, your ankles, it's still considered a shot.
I didn't see any of that.
Which brings you to the continuation, in the NBA that we've seen forever.
Blackwell gets it inside. And a travel called against Riley Coons.
First turnover of the game for the Hawks. Dean comes in now as Schumacher will take a break.
And Dean trying to find some room. She's caught in a triple team with no dribble, and a timeout taken by Coach Epperson and the Lady Cats. With 3:21 to go, Bowling Green trailing Clopton 9-4 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance Agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
Dawson with it in the backcourt after the timeout. Gives up her dribble. It's maybe the worst thing you can do against Clopton's press is give up the dribble.
Right, well, they could help themselves if they get somebody in the middle of that press. They've done a pretty good job against it, though, as of late.
Barry for three, no good. Tinley the rebound. Long pass ahead for Noah. She was 1-on-4, so she backs up. Here's Charlie. Back to Tinley. Working it into the middle and off the glass. Riley Coons puts it in.
Nice.
She's got 4.
Yeah, nice look that time all the way across the paint.
Charlton's pass tipped back to her. Works it ahead to Layla Berry, and a travel called. Turnover against the Lady Cats.
Took off running with it that time under pressure.
2:36 to go in the quarter. Here's a long three. Spoonster, short. And Dean with the rebound for Bowling Green. Gave up the dribble. Ball loose all the way out top. Fortunate bounce gets it to Hickerson. And she traveled. She got interfered with by a teammate.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird ending to that play.
It was a 3-on-none. Yeah, and they did not space themselves. Ran into each other. Tinley out high to Charlie Spoonster. 2:05 on the clock. Here's the three for Blackwell. It's good. Lauren Blackwell's first points of the ball game. And it's a 10-point lead for the Clopton Lady Hawks. Dawson spins across the line, works it down to Hickerson. Ball goes to the floor, back to Dawson, and her shot is good. Olivia Dawson has 4.
And amongst the trees that time, the shortest person on the floor, and Dawson gets a hoop.
Here's another three. It's good. Blackwell back-to-back trays.
Trying to heat up. That's her second of the game, third of the game for Clopton.
Dawson with it in the backcourt across the line to Barry. Ahead to Hickerson. Back to Barry. Across to Charlton off the glass and in. Good passing that time by the Lady Cats. I'm not sure what the whistle is.
Net. The net is hung up. You don't see that very often anymore. They put some stiffer nylon. Used to have wires in them, actually. Into the game now, Kaylee Hahn for Bowling Green.
Clopton with Charlie Spoonster. To the near side for Lauren Blackwell. Center of the lane. Kuntz shot is short. Off the front iron and out. Charlton grabbed it, took it down the far sideline. Tried to work it ahead, and it's knocked out by Kuntz.
Did a good job with the jump stop that time. Again, the press is to speed you up, and Bowling Green's challenge is to slow down just a hair. As Callie Noah comes in, as does Skylar Wilson for the Lady Hawks.
Charlton hands it off for Dawson to the near side for Hahn. Hahn gives it to Carly Dean. Dean back to Hahn. Over to Barry on the far side. Barry backs up and throws it into the backcourt. Was behind Olivia Dawson. And that turnover gives it back to Clopton with 40.3 seconds to go. Up by 9.
10, the biggest lead so far for the Lady Hawks.
Here's Blackwell, down to 35 on the clock. To Charlie in the corner. And getting away with contact there is Dawson. Back to Charlie for 3. That rims out. Down to Noah. Her shot no good. And Kuntz gets the loose ball. Here's another 3. That one's good. Charlie Spoonster's first points of the ball game. And it's 20-8. Down to 12 seconds to go with a 12-point lead for Clopton. Barry, and a foul going to be called on Kuntz.
Number 1 on her.
I think Dawson got away with a double dribble.
May have. Back in is Schumacher and Bibb Diana for the Lady Cats.
Dean and Barry checked out. Dawson with it in the backcourt. Puts it in the air, gets it to Charlton. Turnaround 3. Off the mark, and that'll do it for the first quarter of this ball game. The Clopton Lady Hawks leading the Bowling Green Lady Cats 20-8 after 8 minutes. Back with the second after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number 1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and shelter insurance agent Ashley Jenkins.
20-8 after 1. The leading scorer came off the bench, and Lauren Blackwell hit back-to-back threes, so she's got 6 points. Ashlyn Noah, Riley Kuntz, each with 4, 3 for Charlie Spoonster, 3 for Tinley Spoonster. On the Bowling Green side, Olivia Dawson with 4 points, 2 each for Avery Schumacher and Sydney Charlton. Bowling Green ball to start the second quarter. Here's Dawson across the line to Diana Bibb. Bibb gets it to Charlton down low. That shot bounces a couple of times off the iron and good.
Bowling Green's doing some really positive things. Side to side, get it slashing down the lane.
Here's Spoonster, top of the key. That one pushed off to the right, and then the rebound is knocked out of bounds. Blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Clopton.
Sid Charlton did the honors on the block.
Tinley gets it back now. Charlie with Schumacher in her face. Tinley gets it to Kuntz over to the far side. Here's Charlie for 3. It's good. Charlie Spoonster, 3 more. She's got 6.
Good release rotation that time by Charlie.
Bobby was running them both through some shooting drills when I came in the gym. That shot by Charlton a little long off the back iron and out. Hahn, the putback, no good. Got her own rebound again. And finally a whistle and a foul going to be called on Tinley Spoonster.
Came from behind, did Tinley, and Bobby's been known for years to run those girls through drills.
Absolutely. And the first shot for Hahn. Off the rim and out. Barry back in the ball game for Bibb.
We were doing an early tournament game a number of years ago. The girls were not even in junior high yet. Bobby was coaching the 5th and 6th graders as the free throw rims out and goes off for the Cats. And he was running them through the paces harder than many varsity teams get run through the paces.
23-10, timeout on the floor, 6:54 to go in the second quarter on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season. Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
23-10. You're getting your protein in over there, Jim Ross?
Yes, sir. That's healthy supper, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, I saw a Slim Jim commercial the other day. They still have the late Macho Man Randy Savage in those commercials. Yeah. Yeah, I happened to check out WWE on Netflix just to see if they had improved, as this shot from the baseline is good for Tinley Spoonster. She's got 5, and it's 25-10. You know, just see if they had improved their live stream, and he is. Clopton steals it. Parker across the lane, off the glass. In and out, no good. Rebound goes to the floor, and a travel called against Bowling Green. It is not improved.
No.
It is not improved over the Chiefs game that they had on Netflix. It's not improved over the Tyson fight. It is still just a buffering nightmare.
Yeah, they're going to have to get that figured out.
Yeah.
Because they still like charging.
Yeah, they do. Here's Charlie over to the far side for Skylar Parker. Her shot from inside 3 is good, and it's 27-10. First points for Skylar.
Yeah. Good-looking mid-range jumper there.
And another steal. Kuntz intercepted the pass from Barry. Noah across the lane. Tinley off the glass is good. 29-10, a timeout on the floor. 7 points now for Tinley Spoonster. 5:46 to go in the half on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana is open Wednesday through Sunday. Start your day with our select breakfast options, muffins, breakfast burrito, frittata, available from 11 a.m. Enjoy lunch options until 4 p.m. and Gambino's dinner menu from 4 p.m. to close. Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
29-10, Clopton leading Bowling Green. Just 2 points so far in the second quarter for the Lady Cats, being outscored 9-2.
Now, this game was actually moved up from tomorrow night due to the impending weather that's allegedly coming in.
And an early start as well.
Yeah, it was. We actually got a little bit more than a dusting at my house today.
Yeah. Yeah, WW was, I took it easy on WW coming down.
Yeah, I may go home that way.
Dawson to Dean in the backcourt. Almost stolen again. Get it to Sydney Charlton, over to Dawson across the line. She backs up to the near side for Carly Dean. Bounce pass for Kaylee Hahn in the corner. Back to Dean. Trying to switch off to a bounce pass at the last second. The Spoonsters, ooh, behind the back. Tinley unable to finish on that great feed from Charlie.
Yeah, that was sweet. You got to finish those.
Yeah.
It really doesn't have quite the effect if they don't make the layup.
Dawson with it back the other way. To Hahn in the corner, back to Olivia Dawson. Dawson to Schumacher on the far side. Her 3 is off the mark. Tip out rebound, and it's grabbed by Spoonster for the Clopton Lady Hawks. So, Euro step. Shot no good. And here comes Charlton in transition. Oh, steps around a defender. Nice move and a bucket for Sydney Charlton.
Another Euro step. 2 travels.
Yeah. I think Spoonster's was a little more pronounced. Here's Parker. Gives it to Tinley. Free throw line. Noah just turns and shoots off the mark. Parker the rebound. Gets it down to Koontz off the glass for 2.
Real nice assist from Parker that time. Just kind of a touch pass back inside to Koontz so she could finish at the rim.
4:15 to go in the quarter. 31-12 is the Clopton lead over Bowling Green. Long pass ahead. Charlton gets it. Now a 2-on-2. Ball knocked away from her. Gets it back. Dawson for 3. A little long on that one. Hahn the rebound. Kicks it back out. How about another 3 attempt? Dawson short on this one. Long rebound out to Ashlyn Noah. Noah to the hoop. No, but a foul. Going to send Noah to the line.
Took it in against Charlton, and Charlton tried to block the shot, but picks up her second foul. And Ashlyn, who's 2 for 2 from the line, will be back there for 2 more.
First shot good. Make it a 20-point lead.
3 subs in. Carlin Lockard for her first minutes. Blackwell and Skylar Wilson will return as well for the Lady Hawks.
Second shot good as well. So she's 4 for 4 from the line. The only Lady Hawk to shoot free throws. Dawson with it. Noah pressuring her. Puts it straight up in the air. Gets it to Diana Bibb. Bibb gets it back to Dawson. She's going to drive. And a foul. Going to send her to the line. Skylar Wilson going to pick it up.
That'll be her first. Talking about the roads, I can attest that the parking lot's a tad bit slick.
Yeah?
Yeah, when my big old lard
this Dawson puts it in.
being goes down on the pavement, there might be a crater out there somewhere, actually.
Speaking of the parking lot here, I love how big the parking lot is now here at Clopton.
And the baseball field, softball field, they've turned it around, changed the direction of it, got turf on it. It's going to be sweet come springtime, too. Yeah, lots of good parking. So if you're on your way, you're not going to have to park in the grass and the mud like you used to.
Yeah, you know, the year they make all those improvements, the Clopton tournament gets canceled, but they are hosting districts.
Yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
And a second way in and out, too.
Yeah, you can go out the other side, which is also helpful. That's the third on Charlton. That's problems for Bowling Green.
There's Blackwell. To Charlie Spoonster out high. Yeah, we talked about all the improvements Bowling Green made. Yeah, Clopton's made some as well. Wilson gets it back to Charlie. Now Ashlyn Noah to the hoop. No, but a foul. Going to send her to the line. Third trip for Ashlyn Noah. And the foul was on Kaylee Hahn, her first. 20-point Bowling Green lead. Make it 21. As Clopton continues to add on here in the second quarter, 2:50 to go. Second shot, and she hit them both. She's 6 for 6.
That's good free throw shooting. And in one of the games we had during the Bowling Green tournament, they did not shoot the free throws very well. So, and we have no proof as the ball deflected out of bounds by Noah. We have no proof at this point that any of the other players have improved their free throw shooting.
Right?
It's just Ashlyn Noah at this point.
Ball got knocked out of bounds, and now Claire Bibb into the ball game, straddling that center court stripe. Now she's established in the offensive side. Gets it to Dawson. Dawson just tosses it toward, looking for contact, throws it out of bounds. They do say it's last touched by Clopton, and wholesale changes for the Hawks.
3 in, 4 in, 4 out. Parker, Tinley Spoonster, Callie Noah, and who'd I miss? Riley Koontz back in the game for Clopton.
Yeah, you had a Spoonster for Spoonster and a Noah for Noah, and here comes Parker off a steal and scores. She's got 4. 37-13, 2:15 to go in the first half. And we'll have Illinois playoff basketball as Dawson takes it to the hoop and couldn't sneak it over the rim. Noah the rebound. Kylie, and now ahead to Blackwell and out of bounds. I'm going to say it was knocked away from her. Pleasant Hill Western against Brown County at Bluffs. That's a second round game.
The game starts at 6 o'clock, I believe.
Coons, Noah, no. But Callie's going to shoot some free throws. And we'll have Stacey Martin over there for game break coverage as this game goes. I'm guessing that one will be in the fourth quarter probably by the time that one starts.
Fouls on Kaylee Hahn, her second.
Kylie Noah hit the first free throw. She'll have one more. And the Noahs are 8 for 8.
Yes, they are. Brooke Hickerson back in for Bowling Green, along with Schumacher.
Here's Diana Bibb looking for twin Claire over to the far side through Dawson's hands. She picks it back up. She's on her knees, and a timeout taken by the Lady Cats with 1:33 to go in the second quarter. 39-13, Clopton leads in quarter number 2 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
Illness can happen anytime or anywhere, whether it's the sniffles, sore throat, or the flu. Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you. Urgent Care is open 7 days a week and is located just off the roundabout in Bowling Green behind Community State Bank. Urgent Care provides friendly, expert, affordable care with short wait times and no appointment is necessary. When you need care, remember Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Dawson gets a high inbound pass. Tipped by Parker. She picked it back up, got it to Bibb. Claire to Diana. To the near side for Dawson. Bounce pass back for Brooke Hickerson over to the far side for Diana. Now to Avery Schumacher out high to the near side through Hickerson to Dawson in the corner. She goes baseline, floats a shot over the rim and right into Blackwell's hands. Here's Parker. Tried to force a pass to Noah and it's taken away. Rare turnover for the Hawks.
Just the third by my count.
Here's Diana to Claire Bibb over to the far side. For Olivia Dawson, now to Hickerson to the near side for Diana. To Schumacher. Schumacher gets it back to Hickerson. Brooks shot a little long, and the rebound pulled down by Riley Kuntz. Ahead to Tinley Spoonster. Over to the far side. Here's the three. It's good. Another Blackwell three.
She's had the hot hand tonight. Her third three-pointer. She's got 9.
And it's 42-13. 21 seconds to go in the first half. Ball tipped and a foul called against Clopton.
Parker will pick it up. That'll be her third.
Ooh. And quickly off the bench is Carlin Lockard. .1 seconds to go. Dawson has the inbound pass. Gets it to Claire. Bibb will take the shot. Just short. Rebound pulled down by Kuntz. Down to 5 seconds. She takes it to the hoop and is fouled by Claire Bibb. Her first.
And someone besides Noah will get to shoot free throws now for Clopton.
2.6 seconds to go. The lead is 29. And the first shot is good.
Empirical evidence we've been looking for, right?
Yeah. And she hit them both. 44-13, there's the horn. And we've played 2 here at Clopton High School. Inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium, the Clopton Lady Hawks lead the Bowling Green Lady Cats 44-13 at the break on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
44-13, Clopton leading Bowling Green after 2 quarters. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross back here inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium, and Clopton was able to get some other players in there, get some valuable experience. I didn't think Bowling Green played particularly bad. There's just too much Clopton.
Yeah, I know. Bowling Green did some positive things for sure. Charlton got in foul trouble the last half of the second quarter, which didn't help matters any. But yeah, you're right. Just a little bit too quick, a little bit too much speed up and down the floor for the Lady Cats. And of course, we talked about turnovers. 13 in the first half is a game's worth. So
I'm looking around. How many babies do we have at the game tonight? Everyone's got a baby.
As we were doing the game, I kept waiting. But don't they know it's freezing cold outside?
Yeah.
There's little, and we're not talking little shavers that are running around. We're talking about
baby
hold
babies.
them in your arm babies.
Yeah. yeah. Grandma Monroe has one.
Maybe you ought to have one more of those.
You know I'm pushing 50, right? Yeah.
Well, that's not a problem for you. That's you're not the issue. It's the age of your wife might be the issue.
Well, you know, maybe we'll find an overseas kid or something that needs a good home.
There you go.
44-13 our score after 2. Take a break, come back with first half scoring after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
After two, the Clopton Lady Hawks lead the Bowling Green Lady Cats 44-13. First half scoring for Bowling Green. They've got 2 points from Avery Schumacher, 5 from Olivia Dawson, 6 for Sydney Charlton, and Bowling Green is 3 of 6 shooting free throws through 2 quarters. For Clopton, they have 2 points from Kylie Noah, 4 for Skylar Parker, 6 points for Charlie Spoonster, 7 points for Tinley Spoonster, 8 points for Ashlyn Noah, 8 points for Riley Kuntz, and 9 points for Lauren Blackwell off the bench tonight on 3 3-pointers. And Clopton is a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line.
Or 10 for 10.
Yeah, I did miss those at the bottom there.
Well,
but
you know,
it's still a 100% shooting percent.
It is. If you want to nitpick Clopton a little bit, they have missed a ton of shots from point-blank range. And when you get into the state tournament, those are shots you're going to have to make if you want to be able to come out of those games with a victory. And we all remember the Tipton game last year, and they lurk again this year in the bracket as they go on down through there. They'll again, Clopton, if they win their district, they'll meet a team from up north, which Milan is the 1 seed in that district. Last year they had to travel to Schuyler County on a Tuesday night in the first round of state. So, you know, the way the state does locations, who knows where the games are going to be.
Right.
It's a coin toss. I don't believe Milan is at home for the district. So my guess is that if Clopton wins, they'll have to travel in that first round game. And it's a long way to Milan.
It is. You know, that's one place I have not been.
You haven't been to Milan?
I have not been to Milan.
First time I went to Milan, I was quite a bit younger, and I thought we were going to Canada. We never could get there. It was crazy.
Yeah, so, you know, one of those trips like Memphis or what else is up?
Well, Schuyler's a long way. Putnam, yeah, you get up in those areas. North Shelby's not a short trip by any stretch of imagination. So
not at all.
And Clopton used to play North Shelby a lot years ago in the state playoffs, but for some reason, well, like North Shelby's probably in the lower class still. I would guess they're probably Class 1 still. And Clopton's moved up, so you don't see them anymore.
44-13, our score after 2 quarters. Back with the second half in about 2 minutes on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals. Join thousands of satisfied customers and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in downtown Louisiana is under new ownership. It's been updated and offers its own unique charm. Our historic venue is perfect for weddings, celebrations, and gatherings. Make your special moments unforgettable. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance Agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
Teams back in their huddles, getting ready for the third quarter of this ball game.
Well, and Clopton played everybody in that first half. They only dress, 8? It looks like are dressed now. I thought there was a 9th one before. Maybe somebody hasn't come out of the locker room yet.
I know Baker's been injured most of the season. Other games tonight, Ellsbury hosting Montgomery County in girls action. Louisiana girls and boys against Veritas Christian Academy. Silex girls and boys against or they're at Wellsville Middletown tonight, as that ball is taken away by Bowling Green, and travel called against Schumacher as she felt the pressure coming, tried to put on the brakes.
Well, that's what Clopton does to you. They just speed you up. And if you're not used to that speed, turnovers result.
We'll get Stason on the line here shortly as Pleasant Hill Western plays Brown County at Bluffs in the regional quarterfinal. Is shot no good. Loose ball comes to Dawson. Dawson, and off of Diana Bibb's hand, out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Hawks.
Well, Bowling Green started with 3 turnovers in the first minute in the first half. They've got 2 in the first 40 seconds here in the second half.
Parker?
Really unforced, too.
Yeah. Tinley out high with it. Back to Skylar Parker, work it down. Riley Kuntz turns. Can't hit that shot. Charlton the rebound. Right into a double team. She's in trouble. Ball tipped and stolen away by Clopton. Charlie ends up with it. Free throw line for Kuntz. Her shot's no good and off. Ooh, they're going to say off of Noah out of bounds. That looked pretty clearly off of Charlton, but no one's arguing.
No. The 31-point lead inbounds call.
Dawson across the line to Schumacher. Avery over to the far side for Barry. Her three almost wedged in there, and here we come back the other way. Tinley has her pass for Noah taken away by Diana Bibb. No points for either side so far here in the third quarter. We played a minute and a half. Here's Barry. And the ball.
Traveling violation.
Yeah. With 6:24 to go. And up the floor with it is Charlie Spoonster. Into the corner for Parker. Back to Charlie on the far point. Noah down to Kuntz. Turns to the basket. No, but a foul is going to send Riley Kuntz to the line. So Bowling Green not making things exactly easy for the Lady Hawks here to start the second half.
No, they've shored up the interior defense quite a bit. Foul is on Schumacher, her second.
And our first miss for the Hawks from the free throw line. Kuntz was 2 for 2. Second shot short as well. And the rebound pulled down by Layla Berry. Berry has it again. Gives it back to Dawson on the far point to the near side for Bibb. Now for Schumacher, and an offensive foul called. And that's going to be the fourth, I think.
That's trouble.
Fourth on Charlton. She'll come out of the ball game.
Kaylee Hahn up off the bench immediately and will come in for Sid. She'll probably sit till sometime in the fourth quarter.
Up the floor with it are the Hawks. Noah turns and scores. Ashlyn Noah.
Just her second field goal to the game. She's got 10 now.
Bowling Green across the line with it. And they lose it on the far side, out of bounds on forced error again.
Turnover number 5 in the second half.
5.5 to play in the third quarter. Bounce past the baseline, and another foul on the floor against Bowling Green. Let's see if they give this to Hahn or Bibb. Neither.
Yeah,
it was.
Bibb.
Okay.
Her first.
Parker out high. Into the corner for Spoonster. Tinley's shot is long. Offensive rebound and another foul. This one's on Barry out high.
Accidentally ran into Parker that time. Brooke Hickerson in for Diana Bibb for the Lady Cats.
Parker will inbound in front of her own bench. Gets it to Charlie Spoonster. Down low, Noah off the glass for 2 more. Ashlyn Noah has 4 in the quarter and a dozen in the game, and it's 48-13.
Really good backdoor look that time for the assist.
4:59 to go in the third quarter. And the ball stripped away from Dawson, and here come the Hawks. Parker, good job avoiding the travel. That ball got up on her fingertips. To Charlie, off of Noah, out of bounds, and back to the Lady Cats. Carly Dean back in the ball game for Bowling Green, replacing Layla Berry. .438 with the clock running. 48-13, Clopton leading the Lady Cats. Dawson gave up their dribble, gets the ball to Dean. Carly Dean ahead to Brooke Hickerson. Hickerson, and that ball knocked away by Skylar Parker. It'll stay with Bowling Green. Boys action to come, plus they're about 10 minutes away from the tip-off at Bluffs between Pleasant Hill Western and Brown County. Off the glass, Hahn, a nice drive to the basket and a score.
Good inbounds play, and Kaylee put it on the floor and went straight to the bucket for the layup.
48-15, and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. On the inbound, shot high off the glass, no good. Hahn tipped the rebound, picked up by Tinley. Into the corner for Charlie, ball fake. Center of the lane, Kuntz off the glass for 2 more. Riley Kuntz. She's into double figures.
Another good feed from Spoonster.
50-15. Dawson to Dean in the corner, and knocked away by Parker from Dawson on the return pass, and Blackwell back in the ball game for Riley Kuntz. With 3:39 to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass, Dawson. She'll shoot from inside 3. It's short. Turns into a pass to Dean off the glass. Reverse layup is good.
Yeah, a little reverse baby hook from Carly for the bucket. Her first of the night.
Here's Parker over to the far side for Charlie. To Blackwell in the corner. I think it's her first miss from 3, but picked up by Spoonster, who puts it off the glass and in.
She's got 9. That was Tinley.
Down to 3:07 to play in the third. Ball tipped and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bowling Green. 5:52 on the clock. Hickerson to Schumacher. Now Hahn. It's a near side for Dean. And knocked away again off the foot of the referee.
But he was standing out of bounds.
Noah for Noah, as Callie replaces Ashland. Hickerson gets it in and knocked right away from Dawson by Parker.
Parker is just pestering Dawson all over the floor.
She has been her shadow all night. Here's a 3 from the far side. Schumacher just off the mark. And Charlie with the rebound. Spoonster up the floor with it. Leaves it for Tinley. Ball fake. Back to Charlie. One hand pass down to Callie Noah. Scoops it to Skylar Parker. Down to 2.5 to go. To the hoop. And there's 2 more for Charlie Spoonster.
Give her 8 for the night. And the lead grows to 54-17 with 2:20 to play in the third.
Wilson and Kuntz getting ready to check back in for Clopton. To near side, Dawson going to try the 3. That one's short. Good line. Little light on the mustard. That shot off the glass on the runner for Parker is good.
Yeah, nobody stopped the ball there. Just let her drive the length of the floor and shoot a layup. Can't do that.
Both Bibbs and Sydney Charlton getting ready to check back in for the Lady Cats. Here's Hahn with it. She's trapped. Noah all over her, and it's taken away by Parker, but taken back by Hickerson. Lead pass, and now a tip and almost a steal. Bowling Green just trapped. Taken away by Spoonster off the glass. Charlie has 10. 58-17, and a whistle for a timeout. I think that was just to get the subs in.
That's what I'm seeing.
With 1:26 to go in the third.
Going to charge Clopton with a full timeout, I think.
Diana Bibb to inbound, and she'll get it to Dawson to take up the floor. The lead is 41. With 1:17 to go in the third quarter. Charlton back up top. Dawson floats through the lane, no good. Got her own rebound and is fouled on the putback. Dawson will head to the line for the third time.
Olivia Dawson is walking around like, oh my gosh. Like I said, she has been hounded all night.
Mm-hmm. The foul was on Lauren Blackwell, her first. First shot, no good. So Livy just has the 5 points. And rims out the next one. Offensive rebound, and Sydney Charlton's shot is no good. Wilson gets it for the Hawks. She's on the run. Wilson off the glass and scores.
Coast to coast, as they say.
60-17. Down to 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. Barry to Dawson. Now for Bibb. Work it. Down low, Charlton. Angles herself, shot no good. Got the rebound. The putback is off the back iron and out. And here we go with the Hawks. Kuntz. Up through Blackwell to Wilson. Back to Blackwell. Here's the three. It's short. Rebound picked up by Noah. Her shot off the glass is good. Callie Noah's first one from the field.
Kind of shot that from her left hip like, oh, by the way, I'm just going to shoot this one. It goes in off the window.
62-17, long-range three, and that will go out of bounds, and they'll let the clock run out before they blow the play dead. 62-17 heading to the fourth, and coming out of this break, we'll have our first Eagle 102 game break from Bluffs on KJFM Radio.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
62-17, Clopton leading Bowling Green in girls varsity action. We'll have the boys game coming up. And we'll get a game break from Stayson over at Bluffs here momentarily. I think they were in the middle of the national anthem as we went to break. So we'll check in with Stayson here momentarily at Pleasant Hill Western plays in that regional quarterfinal against Brown County, the 2-seed Brown County.
Louisiana leads Veritas in the girls' game 15-14 with 6:30 to play in the second.
Long pass, Hickerson over the head of Carly Dean. Turnover to start the fourth quarter with the clock running inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium as Barry replaces Hickerson with 6:35 to go. Charlie and Tinley march it up the floor. Free throw line, Noah gets it back to Charlie. That shot by Noah is good. Ashlyn Noah has 14. And the lead now 64-17. Schumacher back to Barry, through Dean to the near side for Dawson. Bounce pass for Hahn, and it's tipped and taken away. Here's Blackwell to the basket and in. Lauren Blackwell into double figures with 11. And lead is 49. Barry up top to Dean to the near side for Dawson. Now for Schumacher. Dawson again to Schumacher. On the top of that hawk head. Dawson is fouled as she goes up for that shot, and she'll head back to the line. She's made her first three, has missed her last three from that spot. Stuck on 5 points, and we'll see if Stayson is on the line with us over at Bluffs. Stayson, can you hear us?
Yeah, are you there?
There we are. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's a 4-2 with 5:12 to go in the first. Brown County is leading. Maggie Henry for Brown County has 4 points, and Rachel McMillan has 2 points for Pleasant.
So a early 4-2 lead for Brown County at Bluffs, and we'll keep it here as making the first free throw was Dawson. Thank you, Stayson. We'll check in again in a couple of minutes as the second shot is short. So she stays at 50%. Noah with the rebound. Ball knocked around, picked up by Blackwell on the far side. Up top, here's Spoonster for 3, and Charlie shot off the mark, and the rebound right into a trap. Bibb, and a timeout taken by Bowling Green with 5:16 to go. 66-18. The Lady Hawks lead the Lady Cats on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
5:16 to go in the first of 2 from Clopton. We'll have the Hawks and the Bowling Green Bobcat boys coming up. The JV being played down the hall in the old gym. This one has been decided for a while, and Noah going to pick up her first foul, Ashlyn Noah. Clock continues to run, 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And Bowling Green, Barry will have it on the baseline to inbound. And get it into the corner for Bibb. Out to Charlton, playing with 4 fouls. She's stuck. Gets it to Claire Bibb on the near side. Back to Barry. And that pass out of the reach of Charlton, and we're going the other way. Spoonster off the glass, and Charlie has a dozen.
Turnover number 23 is 3 in, 3 out coming for the Lady Hawks as Wilson.
Ball goes to the floor. And a timeout taken by Clopton with 4:13 to go in the fourth. 68-18. Clopton leads Bowling Green on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades, and that commitment is paid off. with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
68-18, Clopton leading Bowling Green in the fourth. After the timeout, it'll be Hawks ball on the far side.
No surprises here so far in this first game. Hawks are just a little too much.
Charlie Spoonster out high with it. Tinley getting ready to check back in. 4 minutes to go. She's just running clock now. Down to 3:53. And Bowling Green is letting her do that. Here she'll take the three. She'll drain the three. Oh my, 15 points. 71-18. Far side, here's Barry. Gets it to Charlton off the glass for two. Good recovery by Sid as that pass was low.
Barry made that, or did Sid make it?
Sydney Charlton, yeah, on the feet.
She's got 8.
Here's Spoonster. Trying to force a pass to Riley Kuntz, taken away by Sydney Charlton. Puts on the brakes as she crosses the line, gives it to Dawson, now to Barry on the far side. She'll try the three, it's long, and the rebound pulled down by Skylar Parker. Parker gets it ahead for Charlie Spoonster. And having to put on the brakes was Riley Kuntz. She couldn't handle the pass initially. Three from the far side is no good, and the rebound picked up by Bibb. Gets it to Charlton. We'll slow things down. Clopton has pulled off the pressure.
I think Sid's liking playing point guard.
Yeah. Don't get beat on as much.
That's a fact.
And that ball lost out of bounds as Barry was about to get a traveling call, so she just pushed it toward the basket.
Blackwell and Tinley Spoonster back in for the Hawks. Charlie and Callie Noah take a seat. Also in Avery Schumacher for the Lady Cats.
She replaces Layla Berry.
Down to 2:15 to play in the game.
And Parker brings it across the line. Her shot blocked, but a foul. Going to send Skylar to the line. She's got 6 points. We're under 2 minutes.
Yep, got hit on the arm that time by Avery, her third. Skylar's first trip to the free throw line. And 4 subs in for Bowling Green. Marley Holland, Lily McMillan in for the first time, along with Lorna Cordy. And who am I missing? Lily McMillan, did I say her?
I think so. She makes 1 of 2. So Parker has 7 points in the ball game, down to 1:08, and lost out of bounds on the far side. Almost all the subs were multiples of 11. You had 22, 33, and 55 come in, but 44 is on the bench. And 11. You could have them all.
Have them all. We've got them all.
Just get Hahn and Hickerson back in there. Far side, here's Parker. Her shot short. Rebound knocked around and picked up by Lily McMillan. And that ball, tried to get it to Stevie Cordy, and
she's the one I missed. I knew I missed one.
We're down to 15 seconds. And in lieu of a post game for this one, we'll be sending it over to Bluffs as the final score will be Clopton 72, Bowling Green 20. And let's send it to Stason for some extended coverage of that regional quarterfinal as Pleasant Hill Western takes on Brown County at Bluffs on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
17-5 is our score here in Bluffs. Brown County is leading, 7:28 to go here in the second quarter. Pleasant Hill has the ball on top of the wing. Hands it off over to Sidwell. Sidwell's on the left-hand side. As I said, they're currently trailing 17-5 in the second quarter. Barmer has right-hand side, trying to go to her left. Does get in the middle of the court. Finds Reneker. Wombles comes and gets the ball, and she's on top of the key. Trying to set things up. They got 5 on the outside, no one on the inside. Ava drives to the line, puts up the left hand. She's going to be fouled, and the basket's going to be good. And that's going to make it 17-7 as Pleasant Hill cuts into the lead and makes it 10. Give a recap so far is Rachel McMillan has 5 for Pleasant Hill, and Ava Wombles has 2, possibly 3 on the free throw. When she does, that gives her 3 for the game. Brown County gets the ball. They're inbounding it up to the half-court line. It's going to be Ingram getting across the half-court line, looking to go to her right. Finds Market in the corner. Get right back to Ingram. Now do a swing pass over to Leahy. Look, go inside. The ball's loose. Pleasant Hill gets the steal, and that's going to be Rachel McMullen with the steal. Hands it off to Wobbles, and Wobbles trying to push her off the court a little bit against this Hornets team. And Wobbles is quickly double teamed. She tries to dribble through it, picks up her dribble, skip pass over to Barman. Downside to Sidwell, back out to Wobbles. Wobbles open for the 3, puts it up, and no good. And we're going to have a jump ball as McMullen and Market both went for it. It's going to be Pleasant Hill basketball. 17-8 is our score. 6:20 to go here in the second. Almost looking to throw it in, trying to find somebody. And that's going to be 5 seconds just like that. It's going to be a turnover for Pleasant Hill. And that's going to be their 7th turnover here so far in the game. And it's going to be Brown County basketball. Ingram's going to walk it up the court, trying to take her time, guarded by Barman. Throws it up to Market. Market left-hand side, trying to get inside. Throws it over to Anderson. Anderson puts it up. It's no good, but Market with the rebound, and she puts it back in. That's going to be her 3rd point of the game. That makes it 19-8 in favor of Brown County at the 5:57 mark here in the second quarter. Now Barman top the key, throws it over to Sidwell and down in the baseline. Trying to find somewhere to go. Takes back the top of the key. Now there's Reneker. Reneker trying to find some help. Almost comes and grabs it. Well, trying to throw a skip pass. Does to McMillan. Long step back 3. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Brown County. And it's going to be Market pushing. Sorry, it's going to be Cassian pushing the ball up ahead. Over to Anderson. Anderson can't make it, but the ball's loose. And we're going to have a jump ball as Reneker and Anderson both put their hands on it. And this time it's going to stay with Brown County in this 19-8 score with 5:28 to go here in the second quarter. Lobs it inside to Cassian. Cassian can't make it. Rebounded by McMullen. Hands up to Wombles. And Wombles just pushing the ball up the right-hand side. Pleasant Hill's wearing your blue uniforms, red trim. Brown County's wearing white uniforms with green trim. McMullen has the top of the key, trying to go to her left, and almost gets pocketed. Ingram has it, and it's going to be out of bounds on Ingram as she almost had it and couldn't quite bring it in. And it's going to be Pleasant Hill basketball, and it's going to be McMullen inbounding the ball. And Barman has the ball in the backcourt. Trying to get to her left. She's currently going against Lauer. She's trying to get some options. Get rid of the ball. We get 5-second call. She gets double teamed. Picks up her dribble. Finds Reneker. Reneker is also double teamed. Needs to find some help. A Wombles comes and gets it. Trying to go through her right-hand side. And it's going to be a quick foul on Anderson. And that's going to be her first. So Brown County really emphasizing ball pressure against the Pleasant Hill Wolves. And the Wolves have 7 turnovers at this point. Walmus gets inside, nice little sidestep, can't make the layup. And we're going to have a jump ball as it was Markert just kind of ripped it away. And at that point in time, it was Reniker putting her hands on it to cause the jump ball. So it's Pleasant Hill basketball. Sidwell has it. Throws the top of the key to Walmus, trying to find some help. Goes to her left. Throws it down to Shepard. And Shepard can't come away with it. It's going to be off of her, and it's going to be Brown County basketball, and that's going to be the 8th turnover for the Wolves. So Ingram dribbles off the court for Brown County, finds Anderson on top of the key. Now there's Lower on the left, trying to find some help. Goes over to Cassian, skip pass over to Markert. Trying to find some help. Backdoor cutting, setting some picks here. Inside to Cassian, but it's going to be out of bounds on Wombles, and it's going to stay here for Brown County. 19-8 is our score with 4:14 to go in the second quarter. The winner of this will go on to play Carrollton or Bluffs Thursday night, 6:30, right here again. And a deep three by Ingram right when I was talking about potential next round game, and that gets her first points of the game, make it 22-8. Down the other side, we got Wombles trying to find some backdoor help. Goes over to Barman. Barman just inside the three-point line, off the back of the glass, and it's good. And she's on the board, 22-10. Brown County taking a time up the court. Trying to run the offense here. They got four out, 1 in. They got some mismatches inside. They're trying to convert on as Pleasant Hill with the steal. It's going to be Wombles going up the right-hand side. It's going to be 1 on 3, but she decides to pull it out. Good choice as she was outnumbered. And Wombles trying to go to her left, looks inside to the Shepard. And quickly a turnover, and it's going the other way. And on the other side, it's going to be Markert missing the open layup. Wombles with the rebound. She's pushing up to her left. And it's going to be a foul on Cassian as she tried to pickpocket her. So it's going to be Pleasant Hill ball. We're going to have Reniker coming into the game. We're going to have Shepard taking a seat. Pleasant Hill is inbounding the ball across the gym away from the scorer's table. They are going from your left to right on your radio dial. And Barman just gets across the half-court line. They're doing 4 out, 1 in as well. Currently 3 and 2 now. 22-10 is our score with 2:52 to go here. Brown County is leading. They are the higher seed. Walmus at the baseline. And we have a timeout for Pleasant Hill. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. It's 22-10 in favor of Brown County with 2:45 to go in the second. You're listening to Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
And it's going to be Pleasant Hill basketball here after the timeout. 22-10 is our score here in the second. 2:45 to go. Brown County is leading by 12. Sidwell looking inbound the ball. Trying to find some help, throws it up ahead to Barman. Barman has it, throws it over to Wombles on top of the key, just over across the half-court line. Sidwell comes and gets it, running they're running a flex. 1 up high, 4 down low, trying to find some backdoor cuts here. Now it's going to be Reniker on top of the key. Setting the offense back up. Reniker can go to her left, finds Wombles. Wombles for the deep three. She puts up nothing but net. And she answers for Pleasant Hill. So it's a 9-point lead now for Brown County. And Ingram bringing up the court. Going back to her left, going back to her right. Hands it off to Cassian. Cassian then throws a skip pass over to Henry. Now to Anderson, now over to Lauer. trying to go to her right. She does. Nice pick by Henry. Gives it back to Henry. Now we have Ingram in the baseline. Now gives it back to Henry. Now Laura, now over to Anderson on the left-hand side. They are definitely looking inside to try to find those mismatches as we have Ingram who has 4 inches on Barman. And they throw it inside, but Barman doesn't let her size determine anything as she is able to cause a jump ball. And it's going to be Brown County basketball. And we're going to have Ingram inbounding the ball. 22-13, 1:43 to go here in the second. And Brown County throws it up ahead. Now back to Ingram. Trying to find something inside to Henry, but nothing is there. Now we have Lauer on top of the key. Now Henry comes and gets it. Trying to throw it into Ingram, but can't find anything there. Now we have Painter over to Lauer. Still looking inside. Still looking inside. Nothing there. Now we got Painter. Right-hand side. Inside to Lauer. Lauer puts it up off the backboard. It is good. That's her first buckets of the night. 24-13, back to 11-point lead. Now we have Womble on the other side. They're still in this 1-4 low. A lot of people call for flex. Now McMullen has it. Now throw it over to Sidwell. And it's going to be a foul on Ingram as Sidwell was trying to go to her left, but it was fouled at that moment in time. So we're going to have McMullen inbounding the ball for Pleasant Hill. 55 seconds to go. 24-13 is our score here in the second quarter. Brown County is leading. Barmer gets it, trying to go to her right, picks up the dribble, finds Wombles. Wombles just barely across the half-court line as Brown County's been putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers here against Pleasant Hill. Now McMullen going to her right, pick up her dribble, trying to pick the three, does not, finds Barman. Barman going to his right, trying to get to the baseline, gets to the baseline, picks up her dribble inside to Reneker, and it is blocked by Brown County. Ingram going the other way. Ingram coast to coast with the left hand, and it is no good, but she's going to the line to shoot 2 as that ball just rolled out. So Brown County's going to the line to shoot 2 to try to increase this lead by more than 11. And that foul was on Ava. That's going to be her first of the game. Ingram misses her first one. And we're going to have a timeout by Pleasant Hill. 24-13 is our score. 31 to go. 30 seconds to go here in the second. You're listening to Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. But with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
24-13 is our score. Brown County is leading in the second quarter. Hope Ingram is on the line for Brown County. She missed her first one. She does get one more. She was sent to the line going for a layup, and Ava Womble fouled her. And if she misses this one, she will be 0 for 2 from the line, and she makes that one to make it 1 of 2 from the line. That's 2 of 4 from the line for Brown County. Up ahead, McMullen with a quick jump shot. Puts up, it is good. And that's going to make it a 10-point lead for Brown County. 18 seconds to go. 25 to 15 is our score in favor of Brown County. Ingram has the ball at the half-court line. Broughton playing some tight defense on her. Ingram trying to go to the lane. Hands it off to Henry. Henry puts it up the backboard. It is good. We're down to 3 seconds left. Wombles has it. Throws it up ahead to McMullen at the buzzer. Got it! McMullen the 3 at the buzzer to make it a 27-18 lead for Brown County at the half. So McMullen has done a phenomenal job for Pleasant Hill. 27-18 is our score. We'll be back with a quick stats. You're listening to Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with a New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Here we are at the halftime. It is Brown County leading 27-18 over Pleasant Hill Wolves. Give you a quick rundown of scoring for Pleasant Hill. Ava Wombles has 6. Rachel McMullen has 10. And Caitlin Barrowman has 2 to give them 18 points. They have not yet attempted a free throw yet, so they have nothing in that category. They do have 11 turnovers, though, for Brown County that has 27 points. Hope Ingram, she has 6. Kenzie Castine has 6. Markert has 3. Anderson has 2. And Maggie Henry has 6. Brown County is 2 of 4 from the line. They have 2 turnovers so far. Like I said earlier, the winner of this game will play Thursday night back here again at 6:30 versus Carrollton or Bluffs. Carrollton the 3 seed, Bluffs the 5 seed. In this game, Brown County's 2 seed and Pleasant Hill Western is the 6 seed. I'm going to take a break and get ready for...
And we're ready here and underway at Clopton as Bowling Green wins the opening toss.
They'll move from our left to our right to our left on our radio dial. We'll get to the starters as we go. Niemeyer has it, steps outside the arc, gets it back to Eskew. Eskew lobs it into Niemeyer. He'll go to the hoop for the layup. Nice little give and go action between Eskew and Niemeyer. It's Eskew, Niemeyer, McDaniel, Hall, and Aguilar for the Bobcats. Different starting lineup than we've seen for a while from Clopton. Spoonster has it now. He's got Lindsay with him. Lindsay will shoot the 3, and it's good. Lindsay along with Salmons and Evans with Adam Matheny for the Hawks, and they lead 3-2. Back comes Hall, hands it off to Eskew. They run a little weave action now to McDaniel. He'll turn, go down the lane. He's in a double team and loses a handle, stolen away by Lindsay.
After 3, Louisiana girls lead Veritas Christian Academy 44-28.
Go down low to Larson Hall, and he'll score it off the glass. And that's a quick 5-2 lead for Clopton here in the early going from the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Eskew at the free throw line, tries to whip it inside, and Niemeyer's too hot to handle for him. And the second turnover will give it back to the Hawks.
Quick start for Clopton. I think they'll be up for this game.
They're going to want to push the pace a little bit. This could have some conference implications because Clopton still has to play Montgomery County on Thursday, and if they could upset them, they could slide right in there. Lindsay's three-pointer's off the mark, and a loose ball rebound. They'll say it's off of Evans, and we'll go back to the Bobcats. Bobcats trying to shake off a loss on Saturday to Palmyra, 69-56. They are 18-4 on the season. Clopton at 16-7. They won against Van Far. I believe that was on Thursday, 63-51. Aguilar with an out penetration down the lane with the left hand up off the window, no good. Niemeyer on the offensive glass. Spins to the hoop, his shot's up good. Count the bucket and the foul. Oliver Niemeyer showing some offensive prowess here early in this game. And the foul is going to go against Trey Spoonster, his first.
Good drive by Aguilar, and that's something that the Clopton folks are worried about, a downhill player like Joaquin.
We're tied at 5 as Niemeyer converts the old-fashioned three-point play. He got them going the other night when we had him by penetrating is in the championship game of the Bowling Green tournament. Evans shoots it from 15, hits short. Aguilar with the rebound, dribbles it off somebody's foot, turns it back over. Back to Evans, and he'll shoot the layup.
First 2 points for Kane, and it's 7-5 Hawks.
Aguilar up the far sideline, steps beyond the arc. It's going to be a two-pointer. Long two as his toe was on the line, but he does drain it. There's Joaquin with a nice little step back look that time. And we're tied at 7. Spoonster left wing to Hall. Hall now gets it to Salmons, to Evans. Evans spins down the paint, whips it out to Spoonster. He'll shoot the three from the right wing. It's good. So the ball's going in the hole, makes it kind of fun, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
10-7 Hawks. Aguilar into the paint again. Nobody stopped him. He'll get it on the window. It won't go. And Evans with the rebound for Clopton. Ahead to Hall. He'll hand it off to Lindsey. Here's layups up and good. Lindsey's got 5, and the lead is now 5 for the Hawks at 12-7. Call back for Bowling Green, and he's whistled for travel.
Yeah, just drug that foot around on that spin move. Turnover gives it back to the Hawks. Up by a 12-7 score.
Harvey, Genowine, and Luke Lindsey into the game now for Clopton. As Lindsey will walk it across the timeline now. Gets it to Luke. To Spoonster now between the circles. Harvey over to Lindsey. That's Adam. Adam whips it in the short corners. They whip it around the horn. Lindsey penetrates over in the far corner to Genowine. He'll drive baseline. Flips a wild pass out. Lindsey grabs it. That's Adams for three. It's no good. Niemeyer with the rebound. Off to Aguilar. Bowling Green thinks they want to run, then they slam on the brakes and slow things down. Not sure they want to get into an up and down game with Clopton. McDaniel gets it to Eskew. He'll shoot the three from the head of the key. It's good. Jace Eskew with his first bucket of the game. And that's a 2-point lead for the Hawks at 12-10, down to 4 minutes to play here in the first. Adam with it now to Luke. Luke between the circles to Spoonster, far corner now to Harvey. Harvey gets to Adam. Adam penetrates down the paint. His double pump shot won't go, and the rebound's grabbed by McDaniel. He'll get it to Hall. Hall now slows things down as Coach Andrew Martinson has both hands up and says, slow down. And he'll do just that. Gets it into the front court now to Niemeyer at the head of the key. Niemeyer looks for Eskew, gives it to him on the handoff. He'll pull up from 17. Back iron no good. McDaniel on the offensive window. Kicks it out the Hall. His three's on the way. It's no good as well. Now we've got a rebounding foul on Niemeyer.
That's the first on Oliver.
Oliver has a propensity to get into foul trouble. He needs to stay out of foul trouble in this game with Aiden Grody not being available. Hall back in. That is Larson for Clopton along with Salmons. Genowine on the dribble. He's fouled by Hall. Hall tried to pop it from behind but got all arm. And Luke will throw it in between the bench and the score table to Genowine. He gets it over to the Hall at the 28-foot mark. Now to Harvey. Harvey in 2-3 zone. Clopton's gone, or Bowling Green's gone into. Force Clopton to shoot it from the outside. Genowine can't go anywhere in the far corner. They whip it all the way around the horn this side now to Harvey. Gets it to the baseline. Salmons drives. His short corner shot won't go. Eskew with the rebound. He's got Hall with him. Hall's going to take it to the glass. His up and under is good. Ryan Hall's first bucket, and we're tied at 12. Little 5-0 run for the Bobcats. Hall now gets it to Genowine. He'll shoot the three from the left wing. He's got it. Whew. High arcing three, the third three of the game for the Hawks in this ball game. Hall back now to McDaniel left wing. To Eskew between the circles to Niemeyer. Niemeyer outside the arc. He's going to drive to the hole. His shot won't go. Evans with the rebound. They'll look to run. Harvey now gets it near corner to Salmons. Back to Harvey. Harvey now to Lindsey. Far corner to Genowine. Genowine skips it back to Salmons. He runs into Lindsey and a steal by the Bobcats. They get it ahead to Eskew. And he tries to jam it and missed it. And back come the Hawks. Pinned it against the rim. Blocked himself as Evans goes to the hole. His shot won't go, and it's going to be foul number 2 on Oliver Niemeyer.
Minute 47 to go in the first quarter, 15-12. Hawks leading Bowling Green. That can't be a good omen, missing the first dunk of the night, right?
Well, it would have been an emotional boost for the Bobcats if it went in. But it didn't, and it cost them 2 points as Evans misses the first free throw. Hank Welch in for Niemeyer. He'll sit with 2 fouls with 1:47 to play here in the first. Evans with the second. He's a senior, scored his 1,000th point early in the season this year. He makes a second. He's got 3, and it's a 4-point lead again for the Hawks at 16-12. A little full court pressure this time. A little man-to-man jump trap. No problem for Eskew. Gets it to Hall. Hall crosses it over, gets into paint. His 10-foot runner won't go. Eskew on the glass. His putback's up and good. Jace with 5 now, and it's 16-14. Lindsay's got some space. Nobody picked it up. He'll drive all the way to the hoop and shoot a wide-open layup. Defense fell asleep on the backside that time for Bowling Green.
That's what killed him against Palmyra.
Aguilar gets it into the front court now to Hall. Hall steps into the 3. No good. Rebounds deflected off McDaniel. He'll save it in bounds. He will. Jack to Eskew now to Hall. Hall penetrates into the lane. Tips it out to the McDaniel. McDaniel on the right wing, still on his dribble to the head of the key. Near corner to Aguilar. He'll shoot the 3. He's got it. Joaquin Aguilar with his first 3. He's got 5, and it's a 1-point lead. Lindsay going to the hole again. He'll penetrate, gets it to the glass. It won't go. Loose ball rebound, still loose on the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up. As Jenna Wine and McDaniel hook up on the deck. And the alternating area will give it back to Clopton as Xander Fairchild will come in for Joaquin. He's got a little hitch in his giddy-up.
Yeah.
Right at the moment. He'll take a seat and rub it off.
Yeah, it looked like maybe banged a kneecap or something, the way he was almost crawling to the bench.
Spoonster in for Salmons for the Hawks. Jenna Weiner throwing in left side of the paint baseline. To Harvey on the wing into the short corner to Evans. Back to Harvey. He'll shoot the 3. Front iron, no good. And McDaniel with the rebound for the Cats. They've not led in this game. They can take the lead here with a bucket. They trail 18-17. Fairchild gets it to Eskew on the shuffle cut, and he has it swatted away. He got fouled. No whistle, however. Harvey comes back with it and throws it away, but it's tracked down by Lindsay on the far sideline. They'll reset with 9 seconds to Genowine. He checks the clock. He'll drive the baseline, gets it inside to Evans. His shot's off the mark, no good. And the ball's loose, and that's going to do it for the first quarter as Evans thought he got fouled as well. No whistle. And the Hawks lead at 18-17 as we end the first quarter on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Well, Mark,
coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Take 2, a nice pace to this first quarter, and it's 18-17. Clopton as the Bobcats will have it to start the second.
See, I was thinking more of a wild pace.
Up and down, not a lot of fouls, just like you want it, man.
Yeah.
Welch with it now as we'll check the starters. He'll shoot the 3 from the head of the key. He's got it, Hank Welch. Don't see him fire from deep very often, but he makes the 3.
Gives the Bobcats their first lead of the night.
Harvey, Genowine, Lindsay, Spoonster, and Evans for the Hawks. 16-footer by Spoonster is off the mark and no good. And they're going to say it's off of Bowling Green. McDaniel, Hall, Eskew, Hank Welch, and Fairchild for Bowling Green. He was hidden. I couldn't see him. On the inbounds, they get it to Evans. He'll get into the paint, step through, finger roll left, spins in. Called over the front of the rim. He's got 5, and we're tied at 20.
I'm still trying to figure out how you missed that hair on Fairchild.
Evans was standing in front of him. I couldn't see around him. In the corner, Welch has it now, gets it out to Fairchild, now to Hall. Hall on the dribble to the wing to McDaniel. Skip pass over to Fairchild on the far wing. He tries to get inside. It's deflected out of bounds by Spoonster. And the Bobcats will keep it. Free throw line extended far sideline as Joaquin is back in. Got rid of his little hiccup in his legs. We're tied at 20. Mark Froenig, Jim Ross with you. We've got a whistle away from the ball.
Going to be the second on Hall, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did. Oh, must have been an illegal pick, huh?
That's what it looked like.
So the 2 on him and 2 on Niemeyer. So a little bit of foul trouble here early for Bowling Green. Niemeyer's been on the bench since about the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Salmons now gets in the game. He gets it to Evans, hands it off to Spoonster. Spoonster back to Salmons. He'll step outside the arc, tries to force it inside, but we've got a kick on Welch. And the Hawks will have it baseline far side. Jeremiah lobs it into the left elbow. Evans with the catch, kicks it back to Lindsey. He's open for 3. Long, no good. Rebounds loose, still bouncing around, and Welch stays with it.
That was 6 touches by Hank.
He's my workman's guy of the whole season, man. He does stuff people don't see in the scorebook. He's a valuable piece to this team. Hall penetrates down the paint. His off-balance runner will drop in. He's got 4, and it's a 2-point lead for Bowling Green. Evans down the right short corner, spins to the block, goes up and under. His layup's up and good. Little whirling dervish there for Kane Evans. And we're tied at 22, down to 6 minutes to play in the half.
Had to use that double, maybe even triple move to get past Jace Eskew.
Hall now on the dribble, kicks it back to Fairchild. He'll shoot a 3 from the wing. It's off the mark, no good. Genuine with the rebound, gets it to Evans. Evans going to run with it. It finds Lindsey going to the hole. His layup won't go, but he'll be fouled from behind. I think they're going to probably get Xander. No, maybe, well, let's see, might be Joaquin. Nope, they're going to call it on Andujar.
His first.
And that'll send Adam Lindsey to the charity stripe for his first free throw attempts of the game.
I'll check in with Stason at Bluffs here in just a little bit at the half. That game was Brown County, Pleasant Hill Western. 27-18, Brown County led at the half.
Lindsey's first free throw will not go. And the second one is on its way and is good as Larson Hall into the game now for the Hawks. He'll give Kane Evans a blow. Looks like a little full court man pressure now by the Hawks. Solomon's guarding Eskew. Eskew into the front court now. Waiting on a pick and roll, turns it away. Gets it inside to Welch, but it's too hot to handle for him and goes out of bounds. Back to the Hawks. Just turnover number 6 for Bowling Green. 2 for the Hawks so far.
Larson Hall did a lot of work to keep Hank pinned away from that ball. They're letting him play.
Yes, they are. Just like you'd like to see. Lindsey for 3. Back iron no good. And long rebound. Still loose, batted around. And Eskew will finally track it down. He'll head the other way, trailing by 1. Nobody stopped him. He'll go to the hole and jam it. Two-handed dunk for Jace Eskew. Nobody stopped him, and the defense parted like the Red Sea that time. And it's a 1-point lead. Back and forth we go here from Clopton High School. Spoonster now right corner to Lindsey. Man-to-man defense for Bowling Green this trip. Lindsey in between the circles now, puts it on the floor to Salmons. Salmons drives to left baseline. His pass across the lane is too wide for Hall. And the turnover gives it back to the Bobcats. Evans in for Genuine now for the Hawks. off the bench is Brendan Scherter. We haven't seen him yet tonight. He probably played in the JV game some.
Luke Lindsay came in. Both 15s came in.
Hall open for three. Good. He's got it. Ryan Hall with another three, and the lead is now 4 and a timeout on the floor. 27-23. Bowling Green leads at 4:21 to play in the half. And listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Out of the timeout, the Hawks have it. They run a play to Salmons. He'll go to the hoop. It won't go. Welch with the rebound. He pushes it out to McDaniel over on the right sideline. They'll slow things down to Eskew. Step back three, head of the key. Front iron no good. Salmons on the glass for the Hawks. Louisiana girls beat Veritas 54-42. Lindsay open from three near corner. It's long and no good. McDaniel with the rebound. Lindsay's gone cold after hitting a three early. And it's still 27-23, 4 being the biggest lead of the game for Bowling Green. Eskew on the dribble. Kick back on the pick and pop to Welch. This three-pointer won't go. Luke Lindsay with the rebound for the Hawks to Spoonster. Spoonster gets it into the front court to the lane, hands it to Salmons, to Lindsay. Now it's Spoonster back to Luke. He'll hand it to Adam. Adam directs some traffic down to 3:20 to play in the half. 27-23, Bowling Green on top. Around the horn they go with it to Salmons. He'll shoot the three left wing. No good. And the rebound is out of bounds. I'm going to say it's off of Aguilar. Hall will return, as will Harvey for the Hawks.
Scherter checked out for Bowling Green.
And Harvey will throw it in, baseline right side. Lobs it into Evans outside the arc. To Luke, now to Adam. Back to Spoonster. Spoonster now to Harvey. Right wing to Evans. He'll penetrate to the short corner. Nowhere to go with it now. Looks for some help. Throws it out near the center court stripe. Tracked down by Harvey. Harvey now to Spoonster. Down to 2:50 to play in the half. Adam with it now to Harvey. Harvey dribbles around, gets it to Spoonster, and he traveled. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think the half-court game is really what Clopton wants to do. Is Genuine will come in for Spoonster. And the Bobcats will have it right at this front of their bench with 2:40 to play in the first half. Bowling Green still leads 27-23. Eskew dribbles in, loses a handle. It's going to go off his heel out of bounds. Back to Clopton.
2:32 to go. As we, when we finish up, well, they were still doing substitutions as the ball came in. When we finish up the half, we'll send it back to Bluffs for a little extended coverage.
They'll be into this deep into the second half by the time we get there. 2:25 to play here. Hawks with the ball. They trail by 4. Lindsay, as they learn the weave, gets it to Harvey. Harvey pulls up from 10, rattles around, won't go. Eskew with the rebound. But he went to the deck and whistled for the travel. I think he stepped on somebody's foot. May have got rid of it before he hit the ground, though.
Yeah.
As Scherter will come out. And Aguilar checks back in. Harvey now to Luke, right corner to Genuine. Back to Evans. He'll shoot the three. It's no good. And the Hawks have been ice cold from three for some time now. Hall gets it into the front court. He's got McDaniel from the left wing. His three's off the mark. Welch on the glass. His putback's up and good. Hank Welch has got 5. And the lead grows to 6 at 29-23. Down to a minute 40 to play as the Hawks work it against this 2-3 zone. Evans now right wing. Skips it over to Luke. Now to Harvey. He'll shoot the three left wing. It's off the mark. No good. Rebounds loose on the floor. And Harvey will check that Holloway. He'll throw it ahead to Welch. Welch will track it down before it goes out of bounds, but then throws it away. Back to Lindsey. To Evans. He'll get to the block. His whirling derby spin won't go. We've got a whistle and a foul. And that may be on SQ. That'll be his first.
Second trip to the line for Kane Evans. He was 1 of 2 in the first quarter.
Hawks haven't scored for a while.
No, they have not.
29-23. Bowling Green on top. Down to 110. Kane Evans, the senior. Fires it with the left hand. He's got the first one. Spoonster back in for the Hawks. Brendan Scherter for Welch for the Bobcats, as both coaches substituting freely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Clopton hadn't scored in a while, but if he hits this free throw, it's only a 4-point game.
As Salmons comes to the table. Evans' next free throw is no good. Scherter with the rebound for Bowling Green. He'll get it to Hall. They'll look to get a good shot this time with a minute to play in the half. Hall guarded by Lindsey. Gets it to Scherter outside the arc. He'll hand it to Eskew. Eskew ball fakes. Gets into the lane. His shot's no good, but he'll be fouled by Lindsey. That'll be the first on Luke. And Jace Eskew will visit the free throw line for the first time with 2 shots. 29-24 our score. And Eskew can't get it to go. Salmons will finally get to come in now as we finally have a dead ball, and Luke Lindsey will take a seat.
So we were flirting with 100% for a while in the girls' game. The boys,
no such thing.
Yeah.
Eskew splits the pair, and it's 30-26. Evans now in the short corner with 45 seconds. Gets it to Salmon, slashing down the paint. His layup's up and good. Good looking by Evans, finished by Salmons. Makes it a 4-point lead for Bowling Green, 30-26. Eskew into the front court, guarded by Salmons. Gets to McDaniel, left wing, now to Hall. Hall, ball fakes, spins into the paint, pulls up from 10, no good. Rebounds batted around, and Scherter will track it down for Bowling Green. McDaniel back to Eskew, down to 16. Eskew penetrates down the lane. His finger roll layups up and good. Hawks in a hurry, down to 8. Lindsey gets it swatted from behind by Hall, goes out of bounds, and Clopton will have it with 5.7 to play here in the first half. Right side of the paint. On the baseline as Hank Welch will check in for Hall. Hall will get out of there with his 2 fouls to not pick up a cheap third. Genuine to throw it in for the Hawks. Gets it to Lindsey. He's open for 3. No good. And the rebound bounces around. Scherter shoots it from half court. It's off the mark and no good. But that'll do it for the first half. It was a good second quarter for Bowling Green, and they go to the locker room on top. 32-26. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
48-28 is our score. Brown County is leading in the fourth quarter. 5:45 to go here in the fourth. Brown County has the basketball. Ingram looking to inbound the ball. She does. She finds Cassie. And over and it's taken away by Wombles. Walms with a steal, trying to go coast to coast. She pulls up for three, puts it up, and it is good. Nothing but net. And that makes it 48-31 in favor of Brown County. Now Ingram for Brown County gets across the half-court line, trying to go to her right, uses the pick, goes back to her left, puts up the floater off the backboard. It is good. So Brown County definitely keeping this momentum going as they forced 19 turnovers for Pleasant Hill. Now Barman trying to go to the baseline and gets fouled. It's going to be Pleasant Hill basketball on the baseline. Once again, 52-31 in favor of Brown County. 5:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. McMullen trying to get the ball inbound, trying to find some help, finds Wombles. Wombles cutting to the basket off the backboard, and it is good. So Wombles scores again quickly. And Pleasant Hill trying to put on the press. And it's going to be Market getting the ball across the half-court line, finds Anderson on the baseline. Trying to give it to Market, but it's taken away by Pleasant Hill. Another turnover for Brown County. McMullen trying to go to the lane, pulls it back out. Now finds Barman. Barman trying to find some assistance here. She finds Wombles left-hand side. Goes to her left. Goes off the baseline, up off the backboard. It is good. So Wombles has scored 7 straight baskets here for Pleasant Hill, make it 50-35, 15-point lead. Still remains for Brown County, but Pleasant Hill is not going down with the fight. Ingram comes across the half-court line for Brown County. Finds it over to Margaret. Tries to throw it inside, but it comes with Anderson. Keeps the ball for Brown County. Now Market right-hand side. Up top to Henry. Now over to Ingram. Brown County trying to slow down a little bit. Ingram trying to go inside off the backboard. No good. She's going to be fouled. Going to the line to shoot 2. And I believe that's going to be on Sidwell, and it is. And that's going to be her second foul. So Ingram on the line. Shooting 2. Brown County is 4 of 7 from the line. Make that 5 of 8 after Ingram makes the first one. We have some subs coming both ways. Cassian's back in the game. Cassian is the leading scorer of the game with 18 for Brown County. But there's 16 for Wombles for Pleasant Hill and 13 for McMullen for Pleasant Hill as well. And Ingram makes the second. She makes them both. And that's going to be 6 of 9 from the line. Now Wombles going to her left on top of the key, trying to find some help. She finds an open gap, wide open in the lane. She makes another one. So Wombles is doing a phenomenal job of putting the team on her back and trying to claw back into this game before we're out of time. That makes it 52-37 with 3:46 to go here in the fourth. Now Anderson finds Laura on the baseline. Trying to find some help, finds back to Anderson, now back to Henry, over to Ingram, right-hand wing, going against Barman. Ingram taking her time, picks up her dribble, finds Cassian. Now back over to Henry on the left-hand side. Finds Laura, goes baseline, puts up the floater, off the backboard, no good. Barman with the rebound, the smallest kid on the floor, just tears it down. Over to Wombles. Wombles with the heat check for 3, no good. Rebounded by Sidwell, puts it back up on the backboard, but she's going to be called for a travel. And it's going to be Brown County basketball. Pleasant Hill has done a phenomenal job clawing their way back in. They're down by 20. That was the highest deficit of the game. Now it's back to 52-37. Still in favor of Brown County. We're at 3:03 to go. Now inside to Henry. Back outside to Anderson. Anderson finds Laura. Now back over to Cassian on the right-hand wing. Trying to find some help inside to Anderson. Anderson can't come away with it, but she tracks it down. Who throws it out to Henry on top of the key. Down to 2:45 to go. Brown County still leading. Ingram looking inside, takes her time, goes up to her left-hand side, throws it over to Henry. And Henry just kind of taking her time as the clock is their friend in favor of Brown County. It's going to be a foul on Wombles. So Brown County will get the ball just in front of their own bench. That's only their 4th foul. So they still have some to give before Brown County starts shooting free throws. Down to 2:30 mark here. As I mentioned before, winner plays Thursday between Carrollton or Bluffs, and loser, unfortunately, goes home and their season is over. Now Laura on the baseline for Brown County, looking inside to Cassian. She finds her, loses the ball, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds from Pleasant Hill, so Brown County will remain with possession. And we got some subs here. We got Reneker coming in for Pleasant Hill. Oh, never mind. They inbound the ball anyway without the sub. It's going to be a Pleasant Hill steal. McMullen with the deep heat check for three. No good. Wombles with the rebound. Puts it off the backboard. It is good. So she has done everything she can to help this situation out for Pleasant Hill. We're under the 2-minute warning here. And it's going to be Cassine for Brown County. And we're going to have a foul on Wombles. And that's going to send Cassine to the line to shoot free throws. It'll be her second trip. She is 2 for 2 so far from the line in this game. She does make the first one. And we have some subs for Brown County. Cassine does have one more. Wombles has 20 points for Pleasant Hill, and she has scored 13 of those just in the fourth quarter here alone. So she is definitely proven to be the leader for Pleasant Hill. Now back over to McMullen. McMullen for the three for Pleasant Hill. It's no good. Rebounded by Brown County, and it's going to be a foul on Sidwell, and that's going to send Ingram to the line to shoot two. 54-39, 136 is 54-39 is our score. 136 remaining in this game. And it's going to be Ingram on the line, shooting her first of two. Couple of dribbles, spins it on her hands, puts it up, and makes the first one. She will get the ball for one more. Once again, couple dribbles, spins it, puts it up, and it is good. She makes them both. Now we're down to 1:34 to play here in the fourth. Wombles has on top of the key, trying to find somewhere to go. She goes to her left, picks up her dribble, try to find the barman. Barman loses it, but gets it back. She spins. She tries to find some help, but she throws it out of bounds, and it is going to be Brown County basketball. It is 56-39, 1:20 to go here in the fourth. Now Cassian gets the ball in the ground. Womble's trying to do everything she can to steal the ball from Cassian as Cassian's working her way back to left, back to the right. And now Cassian going top of the key, back up to her right. We're at the 1:05-minute mark, 56-39, still our score. Cassian going to her left, just kind of wasting time as letting the clock run down. Now Cassian tries to break to the lane. She puts up with the right hand, up off the backboard. It is no good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks out to Ingram. Down to 50 seconds. And Barman with the foul, so sending Ingram back to the line to shoot free throws. She is 4 for 4. Ingram is 4 for 4 this quarter alone, and 5 of 6 from the line today. Make that 5 of 7 as she misses the first one. We are down to 49.6 seconds to go here in the fourth. 56-39 is our score. Brown County is leading over Pleasant Hill Western. And now Ingram makes the second one. That extends the lead to 18. And I'm Nick Mullen for Pleasant Hill. On the left-hand side, throws it over to Sidwell on top of the key, back over to Wombles. Wombles for the deep three. Got it. Another three-point basket for Wombles here in the fourth quarter, my bad. And that cuts the lead to 15. Now we're down to 25. And Ingram is going to lose the ball out of bounds, but it's going to be last tipped by Barman. So Brown County is going to keep possession right in front of the scores table with 22.8 seconds to go. Now Margaret on the baseline, throws inside the Casting. Casting trying to go to her left, puts up the floater off the backboard. It's no good. Rebounded by Shepard. Up a deep pass up ahead to McMullen. McMullen for the three. She knocks it down. So the lead cut to 12 with 5 seconds to go, and that's probably how it's going to end. We're down to 2, down to 1, and that's going to be the final. 57-35 in favor of Brown County as they beat Pleasant Hill, and Brown County is going to advance to play the winner of Carrollton or Bluffs Thursday night at 6:30. Take a quick break. You're back to stats right after this. You're listening to Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Well, a three-pointer by Trey Spoonster is the only thing you've missed as Clopton's cut the lead down to 3, 32-29. They have the ball. He'll shoot another three from the head of the key. He's got another one.
Wow.
Trey Spoonster with 2 high arcing threes. He's got 6. And we're tied all of a sudden at 32. Askew into the front court for the Bobcats. Dribbles into the paint. Goes right through everybody. Misses a layup. Hall on the offensive rebound. His putback's up and good. Spoonster, Salmons, Hall, Lindsay, and Evans for the Hawks as they turn it over. Only their 5th turnover of the game as Evans' pass was behind the cutting Lindsay, and back come the Bobcats. Hall, Niemeyer, Eskew, Aguilar, and McDaniel, original starters, back in for Bowling Green. McDaniel now beyond the arc, puts it on the floor to the free throw line, kicks it back to Niemeyer. Niemeyer right wing now to McDaniel on a pick and roll, gets it to Aguilar. Aguilar to the left elbow, back to Hall at the head of the key on the pick and roll. That's an illegal pick by Aguilar.
Yep.
Getting a little shoulder pick that time.
Second foul on Joaquin.
Worked good on football, but not so much tonight. 34-32, Bowling Green on top. Hawks with it. Hall gets it to Evans right at the head of the key. He's guarded by Niemeyer. He'll slash down in the paint. His shot's partially blocked and goes off the top of his head, out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green. Niemeyer with good defense that time on Evans. Down to 5:10 to play here in the quarter. Eskew gets it to Niemeyer going to the hole, and he can't find the handle. And the turnover gives it right back to Clopton.
Yeah, at some point, Eskew's just kind of put his work hat on and put this team on their shoulders a little bit.
And we have seen him do that in a game or two where he's just decided, I'm taking this baby over. He has that ability. So far, he hasn't decided to do that tonight. Having said that, he's got 10. Salmons in the near corner, back to Spoonster. He's had the hot hand. Now to Genuine. Genuine to Salmons, to Spoonster on the left wing. Gets it back to Lindsay. That's Adam. To Spoonster in the corner. He'll fire another three. This time it's off the mark. Eskew with the rebound. He gets it out to Aguilar on the break. He'll go to the hoop. His layup's up and good.
He's got 7.
He's the energy guy for Bowling Green, and he can get them going on the penetration. Salmons now to Lindsay. Lindsay ball fakes, gets it to the right elbow, back to the far corner to Salmons. Salmons on the dribble now, hands it off to Spoonster. His runner from 10's off the mark. No good. Hall with the rebound. He flips it ahead to McDaniel. McDaniel's going to take it to the glass, lets the defense fly by, and scores the bucket and the foul.
First points of the night for Jack McDaniel.
He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Foul's going to go on Salmons. His first. As Harvey will come back in for Salmons for the Hawks. And a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 38-32. Bowling Green on top. 4:13 to play in the third. You listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
38-32 our score. 6 points apiece for each team. And Jack McDaniel will go to the line after the Clopton timeout to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Jack just a sophomore. And rims it out. Has the biggest shot of the year for Bowling Green so far, though.
Mm-hmm.
And an overtime win in the Bowling Green tournament. Back come the Hawks. Lindsey penetrates in. He's blocked from behind by McDaniel. And it'll stay with the Hawks. They'll have it left side of the paint. As McDaniel gave a little look and maybe a chat. Good officiating that time by Scott Hansen to step in and talk to him instead of penalizing.
Yeah.
Way too big a game to have something that small. Hawks working around the horn to Harvey, near corner to Spoonster. His three's long this time. Genuine tracks down the loose ball rebound back to Lindsey. His is off the mark. He's been ice cold since he hit his first three. And we've got a jump ball on the rebound, and on the alternating arrow, it'll go to the Bobcats.
Yeah, you could see Tucker Salmons had some blood on his jersey and got that taken care of. Returns to the bench.
It's been a game for men, no question about it. But that's been evenly called and well officiated. Now we've got a whistle on a foul. As Lindsey maybe he's going to pick it up. Maybe Genuine. As they had the trap, they're going to call it on Lindsey.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that Lindsey came to his senses, because I think if you would have.
We were talking about penalizing. He was going to get penalized.
Yeah, I think he was working on a technical foul and came to his senses.
So the Bobcats get it after the Lindsey foul. It's just his first, only his second team foul. We're down to 3:20 to play in the third. Aguilar with it. Guarded by Spoonster. He'll take a pick and roll with McDaniel. Loses a handle. It's loose on the floor, and he comes up with it, and they call a timeout. What a chaotic play that was. Nearly backcourt, all kinds of stuff going on, but a timeout for Bowling Green. 38-32, they still lead it. You listen to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
So after that chaotic mess before the timeout, Hank Welch will throw it in. He gets it to Hall. He takes a little bang. And now Welch gives it back to him, goes in the paint, shoots, it won't go. Welch on the rebound, it's loose on the floor, and out of the pack comes Lindsey. Lindsey gets it swatted from behind. It's going to go off his knee, out of bounds, back to the Cats.
Earlier tonight, it was the Clopton Lady Hawks over Bowling Green, 72-20. Louisiana picked up a win in girls action over Veritas Christian Academy, and Pleasant Hill Western girls saw their season come to an end just a little while ago at the hands of Brown County in the sectional quarterfinal.
McDaniel open from three. He can't get it to go. There's Eskew on the glass, though. He'll take a push in the back from Genuine. And Jordan will be caught this time.
First foul for Genuine.
As this game's kind of been a little bit of a mess the last couple of minutes. As Landon Hall hustles up, or Larson Hall, I should say. Landon's on the bench coaching.
Yeah.
They probably want to put him in if they could.
Yeah, that'd probably help.
Cats have it now. Eskew on a pick and roll with Welch. Drops it into Welch, does Eskew. Welch's shot won't go, and the loose ball swatted, and they're going to say it's out of bounds. Off of.
The Bowling Green bench gets a sideline warning.
Well, we were getting close on both sides to having something happen, so that ought to calm things down just a bit. After all that, it's still 38-32. We haven't had a point scored for a while. Only 6 apiece in the quarter now. A turnover by the Hawks as they missed the cutter. Did Lindsay, and it'll give it back to Bowling Green. Well, nobody ever said Clopton and Bowling Green liked each other that much. And so now it's starting to pick up is the intensity as Eskew on the dribble to Welch. Welch on the wing gets it to Aguilar. He'll penetrate in. He'll go up in a crowd. His shot won't go, but they'll whistle Larson Hall, I believe, for the blocking foul. And that'll send Joaquin to the line to shoot a couple. As he dribbles it twice and fires and misses as Evans will check back in. He's been on the bench for a little bit, hasn't he?
No, he just came out a minute ago.
Okay,
And
well, they've been in the game.
Flip-flopping those two.
I'm just not a big fan of these major rotations. Aguilar just grabs it and shoots this time. He didn't like his routine the first time. It didn't work the second time either, and he's talking to himself all the way down the court. Spoonster has it now on a pick and roll with Luke. To Evans, to Genuine as they run that weave, and it goes through Lindsay's hand, and Adam can't control it. Right. Out of bounds, back to Bowling Green.
Minute 46 to go in the quarter, 38-32, Bowling Green.
Solomons checks in for Adam Lindsay. Bowling Green with it now. Aguilar on the dribble against Spoonster. Gets it inside the paint. Kicks it out to Niemeyer beyond the arc. Now to Scherter, who checked in. To Eskew. He'll shoot the three. Does a 360. Won't go, and it's going to be off of Niemeyer on the rebound. Back to the Hawks.
You know, this game just reminds me. And Larry Lagerman has been a great principal for Bowling Green. But I'll be so glad after this year when he retires and can be a Hawk again.
Yeah, you talk about breaking up, messing up with your mind. Evans backs down the paint, can't go anywhere. They get it to Solomons. He tries a fancy pass. It's swatted away and stolen as the turnovers start to add up for the Hawks as they're up to 9 now. 2-11 for Bowling Green.
Yeah, during Bowling Green tournament, they put a picture of Larry in a Bobcat jersey on social media, and that just wasn't right.
It wasn't popular?
It was popular for one side.
Right. Down to 50 seconds. Hall's just going to pull up and shoot the three, and it won't go as nobody's made anything for a while. No. In fact, in this whole quarter now, swatted from behind by Niemeyer. But he knocks Spoonster down, and I believe they'll get Niemeyer for the foul. That'll be his third. And Clopton will have it at 38 or 28-foot mark, far sideline. Somebody make a basket. Genuine penetrates in. He's going to be fouled by Aguilar this time. He got it right off the inbound.
Third on Joaquin.
And Jordan will go to the charity stripe for 2 shots. His first chance at free throws tonight. For the Hawks, 38-32. We're down to 39 seconds to play in the third. Genuine makes the first. The senior says 5'9", but I'm not sure he's not a little taller than that. Second one rattles home as well.
He's got long arms.
The first points for a while as Harvey comes in for Spoonster for the Hawks. It's a 4-point lead. Now a little full court man by Clopton. Aguilar in the backcourt guarded by Harvey. Kind of token man. Aguilar still on the penetration. Gets it to the window. His finger roll spinner won't go in. Evans with the rebound with 24, and he throws it away, but Hall can't control it as it goes out of bounds with 21 seconds to go. If he'd have stolen that, he had a layup headed the other way all by himself. Hawks trying to decide who's going to throw it in. And they're going to put Adam Lindsay in for some specific inbounds play, it looks like. Luke will take a seat. Evans gets it into Genowine. Now to Harvey. Harvey left wing to Evans. Evans gets to Genowine on the backdoor cut. His shot up won't go. Aguilar with the rebound. Down to 9 seconds. Loose on the floor. Hall picks it up. Gets it ahead to Schroeder. He'll go up. His shot's blocked, and that'll be a whistle and a foul on Solomons, I believe. And that'll send Brendan Schroeder to the charity stripe.
Second on Tucker Solomons.
2 shots for the sophomore, Brendan Schroeder. And he can't make the first. Spoonster back in the game for Clopton. Harvey will take a seat. Schroeder will get the second, and he knocks it home.
His first point tonight.
And it's a 39-34 lead, and Spoonster's going to fire a deep 3 at the buzzer. It's off the mark and no good. And that'll do it for
there's
the third
three.
quarter.
No, there's 3 free throws coming.
Oh, they called a foul?
Yes, they did. It's on Niemeyer, his 4th.
Oh, my Lord. So that'll send Spoonster to the line to shoot 3 shots. I thought he was blowing his whistle for the end of the quarter.
Missed the first.
But it was for a foul. I didn't know there was anybody even that close to him. Must have hit him after the shot, huh? Before he got back to the floor.
He ended up on the seat of his pants.
Well, that's what happened there. Second one's an air ball. Oh, my gosh.
We saw the other day, Eskew got fouled 3 times shooting 3-pointers and made, I think, the first 7 of the 9.
Oh, Lord. So finally that ends the quarter with the 1 of 3 from the line for Trey Spoonster. 39-35, Bobcats lead it. Your 4th quarter's next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Pike County Mutual Insurance Agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Cluckey, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Well, a dismal quarter by both teams, actually, offensively. 9-7. Clopton outscored Bowling Green. That's the pace Bowling Green wants, however.
Yeah.
And they lead it 39-35. Hawks will have it to start the 4th quarter. Evans, Genowine, Spoonster, Solomons, and Adam Lindsay for the Hawks. They get it inside to Evans and turn it over immediately. Stolen by Eskew. He'll head the other way, and he nearly has it swiped from behind. He's got Hall with him. He'll shoot the 3 left wing. It's way short, no good. And Eskew with the loose ball rebound to Hall. Right wing to McDaniel. They've got Welch and Schroeder with them in starting this 4th quarter. Eskew now. Let's see if he wants to try and take this game over here with 7:30 to play in the ball game, up by 4. Hall gets it now. Backdoor cut to Eskew. He goes to the block, and we've got a whistle on the blocking foul. And that's a good call, actually.
Yeah.
As Evans kind of tried for the Academy Award, and then Eskew got his feet tangled up in him. It'll be on the floor, however. Just the first foul on Kane.
He didn't flop. He kind of crumbled down.
That wasn't very convincing, was it?
Yeah.
McDaniel for three. It's off the glass and good. Take them however you can get them, right, Jack? And it's 42-35. Lindsay with it now. They work it around the horn to Evans. Evans gets into the paint. His right-handed baby hook won't go. Welch with the rebound for Bowling. Spins out of trouble, gets it to Eskew. Eskew up the near sideline, down to 6:50 to play in ball game. Crosses it over, still has his dribble on a pick with Welch. Now he'll pull up from 16. It's short, no good. Hall with the rebound. It's put back up and good. Counted and the foul. Hall's been good on the offensive glass tonight, and he gets the benefit of the harm that time.
Second foul on Genowine. And Hall finally into double figures, 11 points tonight.
And he'll get another free throw. Or a free throw, his first time to the free throw line tonight. 44-35, a 9-point lead, and they're looking for a towel. Nobody brings towels to games anymore. We had all kinds of towels when I played. Did y'all have towels? Did you play basketball?
I played some basketball. I was not good.
So you were the guy carrying the towels.
I was more of a defensive specialist. I could hit the three every now and again. I could also hit the ceiling.
Well, everybody can hit the three every now and again. And a defensive specialist isn't necessarily something you see a whole lot in basketball.
No.
Hall makes the three-point play complete, and the lead is 10, the biggest of the game for Bowling Green and Clopton. They've just gone ice cold from deep with the exception of Spoonster. Salmons goes to the glass. It won't go. Evans with the rebound. His putback's up and good, and he'll get the foul. The foul's going to go on Welch, I believe, his first. And Kane Evans will go to the line for his chance at a three-point play.
As cold as Clopton has been, they're still very much in this ball game with 6.5 to go.
No question. And he makes the free throw, does Kane Evans. Luke Lindsay in for Salmons.
Kane's got 11 now.
The overall physical strength of Bowling Green's been the problem so far for Clopton. Eskew gets into the front court, gets it to Schurter. He'll get into the paint, got away with a hook, and then had it stolen away. They're going to call a jump.
Yep.
The alternating arrow will leave it with the Hawks. Got his chicken wing out that time. Had a nice little hook, but nobody caught it but us. Hall will throw it in from the right side of the paint. On the baseline, gets it to Eskew on the three. It's short and no good. Lindsay with the rebound. He'll kick it up to Genowine. He'll take it to the glass. His shot won't go. Rebound falls right in the hands of Eskew. Out to Hall. Hall now on the crossover into the front court. Gets it to the right elbow. Now drops it inside to Sugar, and he's fouled from behind by Luke Lindsay.
His second.
And that'll send Brennan Schurter to the line to shoot two.
He's 1 of 2, 1 point tonight.
Joaquin Aguilar will check in after this first free throw, unless he's coming in for Schurter. He'll come in for Hank, I believe.
That's right.
And Schurter will get a second. Bowling Green just 4 for 9, 4 for 10 now from the free throw line, make it 5 for 11. As Schurter splits the pair, and it's 46-38. Time starting to be a factor, down to 5:50 in the game. Evans now on the weave. They'll get it to Spoonster, left wing three. It's off the mark, no good. Eskew with the rebound. He looks to get out on the break, and he's going to be blocked by Lindsay. And Lindsay will pick up the foul.
His third.
It'll be on the floor, but it'll be the fourth team foul. So one more foul, and Bowling Green will shoot two for the rest of the way.
Adam Lindsay's second. So both him and Luke have 2.
And it's underneath. No, they're going to call it on the shot.
What shot?
Well, we had that conversation in the girls' game, didn't we, about when the shot starts? Yeah, I really didn't see any shot there.
Yeah. He was thinking about it, so they gave him the
clairvoyance by the officials. He makes the first free throw, does Jace Eskew. Where's number 23? Anybody familiar with that number? Even my generation and this generation. Second one's on its way, as good as well.
I know him better for his 2 quarters as number 0 earlier late last week.
Yeah, after his jersey got ripped almost off his body. Hawks have it back now. Hall's going to pick up the fouls. He was all over.
That's his third.
Hall like a blanket, or Lindsay like a blanket, I should say. I guess it was actually Genuine.
Tucker back in the ball game for Luke Lindsay.
Genuine will throw it in, far sideline, top of the key extended with 5:26 to play in the ball game. Hawks still trail by 10. That's the biggest lead of the game so far by either team. Evans gets it to the baseline and dribbles it off his foot out of bounds.
That has been almost a chronic issue on this end of the floor in this ball game.
7th turnover of the half, 11 for the game for the Hawks. Now man-to-man full court pressure by Clopton. Get it into Eskew. Now the pressure backs up. Solomons on Eskew. Left wing now to McDaniel, guarded by Lindsay. To Aguilar. Aguilar penetrates, finger roll layup, up and good. That's what he does best. He called it downhill. He likes to play that way. And the lead is now 12, and there's a timeout on the floor. 50-38. Bowling Green flexing their muscles. 4:55 to play in the game. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana is open Wednesday through Sunday. Start your day with our select breakfast options, muffins, breakfast burrito, frittata, available from 11 a.m. Enjoy lunch options until 4 p.m. and Gambino's dinner menu from 4 p.m. to close. Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and shelter insurance agent Ashley Jenkins.
50-38, 12 points, the biggest lead, Mark, and Bowling Green's strength, is especially inside, has been the difference in this game.
Yeah, Clopton needs to make a run now as we're getting close to that midway point of the 4th quarter, just under 5 minutes to go. If Bowling Green hits another 3, it might be lights out.
Well, Clopton has been, other than Spoonster early in the third quarter, hitting a couple threes. They haven't made anything from deep since. They've tried going inside, but as I mentioned, Bowling Green's overall size and strength's been too much. They have it out of the timeout, however, and they need a bucket, trailing by 12. Evans at the head of the key, slices down the paint, can't get away from Niemeyer, kicks it back to Lindsay. Evans now inside the arc. Genuine on the shovel cut, loses his footing. It's loose on the floor. Niemeyer jumps on it. Now it's loose as Eskew's going to be fouled as Niemeyer got it to Eskew.
He's looking for somebody to grab the other arm.
And let's see what we're going to do. That's the 5th foul, so we'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws.
Second on Kane.
Jace Eskew will do the honors. Yeah, that was just kind of a loose ball, foul there. They kind of ran into each other trying to get away from the pack, and Evans was the unfortunate culprit as Eskew hits the next free throw of his. He's made 3 in a row. See if he can keep it rolling. He does. And the lead now 14 for Bowling Green.
Knocked out of bounds by Hall on the far side, and hey, Eskew actually 5 in a row dating back to the 2nd quarter.
So the Hawks need a bucket. They haven't really had a really good look for a while. Genuine going to try and penetrate in again. Gets in amongst the trees, loses a handle. Solomons will pick it up. Now he gets it to Evans in the short corner. He'll back up beyond the arc. Now to Harvey. Harvey penetrates in, and he travels.
It has just been tough sledding for Kane Evans tonight. He has no room down there against the bigger, stronger Bobcats.
Spoonster checks back in, and defensively, Bowling Green's been very good in this game. Aguilar on the penetration again, and his shot won't go, but Spoonster will pick up the foul. You've got the senior Aguilar and the freshman Spoonster trying to guard him. That would be a mismatch. And Spoonster will pick up the second foul. And Joaquin will go to the line to shoot 2 with 4:05 to play in the game. And he misses the first. Let's see what he does on his routine this time. He's changed it up every time.
Yeah.
But he hadn't made one yet. And now they're going to take a look at Lindsey, and I guess he's got some blood somewhere. And they'll grab the blood kit. Genuine will come in. Yeah, it's on his elbow.
Yep. Sure enough.
Genuine will come in as they patch up Adam Lindsey. Diving on the floor, do that. You gotta love the hustle, though. Aguilar, one dribble this time, and he doesn't get it to go, and then he runs across the line too soon. Poor Joaquin's having a time at the free throw line tonight. He's got 9 points, however.
He hasn't airballed it.
And now we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 52-38. It's Bowling Green. 4:05 to play in the game. Listen to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. No matter what stage of life you are in, better health starts with your primary care provider, the person who knows your health history and can connect you with the right specialist if needed. The Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health, right here at home. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ackles Farm Market, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
A spirited come to Jesus during that timeout.
Hey, Adam Lindsey had the right idea. Hey, I think there's more blood over here. I'm just going to stay away from whatever's going on the bench.
No doubt, man. So let's see if it inspires the Hawks, Eddie, with 4 minutes to go in the ballgame, trailing by 14. Harvey with it now between the circles, gets it to Evans at the head of the key. He'll skip it near side to Salmons. Salmons puts it on the floor into Evans on the left elbow. He'll penetrate in. His layup's up, no good. And there's a whistle and a foul. And is it going to be Niemeyer? Yeah, Niemeyer had that guilty look on his face, and that's going to be his 5th, I believe.
He'll be done. 5 points tonight for Oliver Niemeyer.
Jack Welch, or Hank Welch.
Yeah.
Jack Welch used to run the tire shop in Eolia. Hank Welch in. And Niemeyer gets a nice round of applause from the Bowling Green faithful. And Kane Evans will go to the line, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Nobody from Bowling Green was deterred by the slick roads.
Not at all. First free throw is good. Only 1 field goal in this 4th quarter for Clopton, and it is by Kane Evans. Lindsey's passed back up, so he'll head back in after this free throw if it goes in. And Evans gets them both. And Adam will return for Josh Harvey.
A very hard-earned 13 points for Kane Evans tonight.
Well, looks like still man-to-man pressure. Full court. Let's see if they're going to try and jump trap if they can. But no problem for Eskew. He'll get it to Hall at the center court circle. Hands it back to Eskew. Down to 3:30 to play in the game. Clock is Bowling Green's friend now as they run a little weave action to Hall. Backdoor cut to Eskew. He gets it to the block. His shot is off the window and good. Took the bang and the contact, but got it to go. And it's 54, should be 56, I think.
Well, 54.
54-40, that's right. I guess that is. And the shot's no good on the Clopton. In and back come the Cats. Aguilar on the penetration. Kicks it out to Welch. Now they'll run a little clock with 2:56 to go in the game. McDaniel back to Eskew. Eskew in the short corner to Welch. Gets the cut to Eskew. His shot no good, but he's fouled from behind. That was a nice little backhanded pass from Hank Welch. And Eskew will go to the line for some additional free throws with 2:49 to go in the ball game.
Third foul on Genuine sends Eskew to the line. He's going to play basketball at Columbia College next year.
Yes, he is. Join one of the Parker brothers who will still be there. Second free throw is good, so he splits the pair this time. And it's 55 to 40. Spoonster penetrates in. His shot's off the mark. Welch with the rebound, and he'll be fouled by Evans, I believe. And we'll walk to the other end as this game is ground to a screeching halt. Hank Welch will get the opportunity from the free throw line, I believe. His first time there this evening. And Bowling Green's 4 players will stay back at half court as Hank shoots the first. It's short, no good. He'll get a second. He's just a sophomore. Second free throw off the back iron, no good, so he misses them both.
He's the senior.
Oh,
Gary's the sophomore.
Okay, I got them mixed up. Sorry, Hank. I know you'd like to play a couple more years probably. And as Genuine goes to the hole, his shot won't go. But we'll go back to the free throw line.
2:31 to play.
Hank will pick up the foul. And Genuine will shoot 2 shots.
Long on the first one. Adam Matheny into the ball game. Luke Lindsay and James Matheny, his first action tonight.
Genuine's second is good. And
He'll come out.
Noah Dalton will come in. And we'll see when Coach Andrew Martinson wants to empty his bench with 2:30 to go. Not just yet. Eskew gets it into the front court to Hall. To Aguilar as they run the weave. Fakes a handoff to McDonald. Aguilar spins back, gets the Hall between the circles. Down to 2:15 to play. McDonald, 55-41. Bowling Green on top. They're going to raise their record to 19-4 on the season. Clopton's going to drop to 16-8 as Bowling Green continues to run this motion offense to burn some clock. Eskew gets it in the paint, kicks it back out to Hall. As they work it around the horn, Eskew thinks about shooting a 3, and he's going to penetrate to the short corner, skip it all the way out to Aguilar on the left wing. He won't shoot it, and it's down to 1:30. He'll get it to Hall. Hall now to McDonald. Back to Hall as they continue to run clock. Hall behind the back, penetrates in, reverses field, comes right back out. Aguilar in the near corner now. He'll dribble out, gets it to Welch on the block. Welch in a tie-up, and we've got a whistle and a foul as Luke Lindsay had him by the arm. And that'll send Hank Welch back to the free throw line, the senior. And here comes the rest of the Bowling Green squad. Fairchild, Graydon Coleman, Nolan Jones, Gary Welch, and Brennan Schertle will come in as Hank Welch makes the first free throw, which gives the subs a chance to come in. And now he needs to make another one so Gary can come in the game. And he misses it.
Oops.
Sorry, I'm staying in. Down to 1:08 to play. Spoonster hands it off to Matheny. Over to Dalton as they get it to Luke Lindsay. Back to Spoonster. Backdoor cut to Dalton. He'll shoot the 15-footer. It's no good. It's loose on the floor. And they're going to call a foul on Hank Welch. Loose ball foul.
That'll earn the whistle to get Gary in.
Yeah, will. And that's just the fourth. Nope, that's the fifth. So Luke Lindsay will go to the free throw line for the first time.
They're not letting him come out until after the shot.
2 shots, got to let him shoot the first. Never have understood that rule. Put that in back when I was officiating. First free throw by Lindsay short. He'll get his second.
Well,
and Gary finally in the game.
Bowling Green looking to avenge that loss in the Montgomery County tournament to Clopton.
The ball's deflected out of bounds off of Fairchild.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
Bowling Green was definitely still in football mode at that time.
Yeah, what they have? 2 practices maybe, if that.
I don't think they had 2 full practices.
Hawks continue to work it around against this defense, trailing by 15. Lindsay into the paint. Luke puts it up with the left hand and scores.
His first points.
56-43. In the backcourt now comes Nolan Jones, lobs it up to Welch. Down to 9 seconds. Back to Jones. Jones is just going to be able to hold it. That's going to do it. The final score here from Clopton, the Bowling Green Bobcats 56, the Clopton Hawks 43. Your postgame show's next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
The Eagle 102 Sports postgame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports postgame show on KJFM Radio.
56-43, the Bobcats win it. They raise their record to 19-4 on the season. Clopton drops to 16-8. And Mark, as we mentioned, in the fourth quarter was basically the strength of Bowling Green and their defense. It was the story of tonight's game.
Yeah, they gave Kane Evans no room to get going. His 13 points. I think he fought about as hard as he could to pick those up tonight, because there was not an inch of room for Kane or for the rest of the Hawks. For a moment, Trey Spoonster got hot from beyond the arc, but if you don't have anything in the middle, you're not going to get that outside.
No, and they couldn't hit anything in the second and fourth quarters. They were just ice cold from deep.
Yeah.
And in fact, the whole second half, with the exception of Trey Spoonster, who hit the first 2 threes that he shot in the second half, and then that was it from deep for Clopton. And Bowling Green went to the line a ton in the fourth quarter, shot 15 free throws. They only made 8, but still got to the line a bunch, and that just kind of mucked up the whole game, as Bowling Green wants to score in the 50s, and that's where they got it.
Yeah, and they improved to 19-4 on the season. They avenged that loss in the final round of the Montgomery tournament, and they kind of get the bad taste of that Palmyra game out of their mouths from Saturday.
Yeah, that was I talked to Coach Martinson a little bit before the game, and he kind of feels like you and I talked, that you don't like to lose, but they're a good team. Palmyra's a good team, and it might have been a good thing. Good wake-up call for his guys to know that, hey, you're not superhuman like you might have thought you were after you'd won 5 in a row, whatever it was, and brought them back down to earth, and they played pretty solid tonight.
Absolutely. And how many pages of notes did Principia take on Bowling Green there?
A bunch. I looked over there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I certainly hope Scott can read those.
Absolutely. So
we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with the scoring and wrap things up right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Well, the Hawks win it in the girls' game by the final score of 72-20. As we mentioned, Louisiana girls won 54-42 over Veritas. The boys are playing right now. Pleasant Hill Western girls season comes to an end as they fell to Brown County 57-35 in the regional over in Illinois as they're in postseason in Illinois. And back here, it was the Bowling Green boys. And you got the scoring?
Sure. For the Clopton Hawks in defeat, they got 2 points from Larson Hall, 2 from Tucker Salmons, 2 from Luke Lindsay in the ball game, 6 for Jordan Genuine, 8 points for Adam Lindsay, 10 for Trey Spoonster, 13 for Kane Evans. And like I said, very hard fought 13 points for Kane tonight. For Bowling Green, they got 2 from Brendan Schurter, 5 points each from Jack McDonald, Oliver Niemeyer, and Hank Welch. Oliver fouled out in the fourth quarter. 9 points in the game for Joaquin Aguilar, 12 for Ryan Hall, 17 for Jace Eskew, and kind of a quiet night for Jace. He never really had to put the team on his back in this one because it was a team effort and led by defense.
Yeah, it was we had a good pace in this game in the first half, and then in the second half, they really ground Clopton down defensively and really slowed the pace. That's going to do it here from Clopton. I want to thank Brendan, Stason, April, Mark for you joining me again. My name is Jim Ross. Final score here from Clopton, 56-43. The Bobcats will win it. So long till next time.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of Area High School Sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Serving the Twin Pike region on air